Knock, knock. Who's there? The milkman. That's who. Good evening and welcome to Block Tickets Park in Colorado Springs, Colorado, as the Oakland Ballers visit the Rocky Mountain Vibes for the 5th game of a 6-game series. I'm Nevada Cullen, and you're listening to Oakland Baseball on 860 AM The Answer and on YouTube. It's been an up-and-down series for Oakland with 2 blowout losses and 1 blowout win. But tonight the Ballers turn to their ace, Noah Milliken, who dominated the Pioneer League in July on his way to being named PBL Pitcher of the Month. Milliken's numbers outstanding in the month of July. Good for a 1.83 ERA over 34 1/3 innings, 25 hits, 3 walks, 42 strikeouts, and a .82 whip. But Ballers will need Milliken to be on his best tonight to slow down this red-hot Vibes offense, which yesterday scored 14 runs in a 14-4 win, and a few days ago beat the Ballers 16-1. And last night, it was actually much closer than you would think. Game was 3-0 early, but then it was the Vibes got an early home run from Dane Tofflin, but then Darryl Buggs the second hit himself his 5th home run of the season to tie the game early on. So through 4 innings, the score was 3-3, and then in the 5th, the Vibes ended up taking the lead, and they would not look back. But Oakland has no Milliken on the mound today, and they'll be facing a pitcher making his pro debut. And so signs are looking up for Oakland on this Saturday evening. Let's go over the starting lineups first for the Oakland Ballers. At 58-18, 1 more win, and the Ballers will surpass their win total from all of 2024. 21-7 record in the second half for the Ballers, led by Aaron Miles in his 2nd year. Jermaine Cobb Jr. is the shortstop leading off. Isai Santos is the right fielder batting 2nd. Cam Buford is the first baseman hitting 3rd. Jake Allgaier is the 3rd baseman cleaning up. Lou Helmick, DH, bats 5th. Nick Leahy is the 2nd baseman in the 6th spot. Michael O'Hara plays left and bats 7th. Tyler Lozano is the catcher hitting 8th. And Davis Druick plays center field tonight and bats 9th. On the mound, of course, for Oakland, as previously mentioned, that will be Noah Milliken. He will be opposed by Hunter Belton, who we'll speak about shortly. He is making his professional debut, official pro debut, because he did play in the Pecos League prior to this. But now the lineup for the Rocky Mountain Vibes, led by Les Lancaster in his 3rd year of being the field manager of the squad. It will be as follows for the Vibes tonight. In center field, leading off, it's Carter Booth. Vibes, by the way, 36-39, 14-14 in the second half, a .500 record in this second half of the season. So Booth leads off. Ty Dooley is the 3rd baseman batting 2nd. Sam Linscott, left fielder, hits 3rd. Dane Tofflin is the 1st baseman cleaning up. Hank Himrick plays right field and bats 5th. Gary Laura Gonzalez is the DH hitting 6th. Austin Chenard catches and bats 7th. Garrett Kieber, shortstop, hits 8th. And Tristan Garcia is the 2nd baseman and bats 9th. Vibes are taking the field right now as it seems like maybe some rain is starting to fall lightly here. Wind, by the way, gusting out towards left field, so that's probably where the rain is coming from. Yes, there is some light drippage, and so I'll need to make sure the equipment stays dry here in the booth. And it is time for the playing of the national anthem. Nope, singing of the national anthem. All right, so we can turn the crowd mic up. A wonderful singing of the Star-Spangled Banner before this Saturday night baseball game between the Vibes and the Ballers. On the mound for the Vibes this evening, it is Hunter Belton making his Rocky Mountain and professional debut. 6'3", 170-pound righty, 22 years old, from Cabot, Arkansas. He finished his collegiate career at Central Baptist in 2025, an NAIA school, and then played with the Pecos League this year with the Pecos Bills, who play in Pecos, Texas. 5 games, 1 start, and a 10-12 ERA for the righty. Belton with Pecos. And that was 8 innings, 4 strikeouts, 7 walks, 14 hits. And so you would think that the Ballers would be able to have some success against him. But perhaps the Vibes pitching coach and field manager, Les Lancaster, has already seen what he likes from Belton and refined it so that he can have success here in the Pioneer League. He sports a 4-seamer, curveball, slider, and changeup. Belton, the righty, will be backed up by the defense in the outfield, left to right, Linscott, Booth, and Himrick. The infield from first to third is Tofflin, Garcia, Kieber, and Dooley. Chenard doing the catching for Belton, the pitcher. Jerseys tonight, Oakland with the road greens, Ballers across the chest in gold, gray pants, high green socks for Tremaine Cobb Jr., who will lead off wearing the Ballers helmet with the matte green color. Meanwhile, it's the last time that the Vibes will wear their Las Lloronas jerseys today. We'll get into the history behind those jerseys later in the broadcast, but they are purple shirts and white pants with multicolored caps with purple at the back, purple bill, and a white front. The mascot for Las Lloronas is a, how do we put this? A cursed ghost mother dressed in a white gown. It is 75 degrees and drizzling here in Colorado Springs. It's the first time I've been able to say there's drizzle at a game this season for the Ballers. And the first pitch of the day is a strike right down center at 88. Fastball actually caught the inside corner at 6:50. We start 20 minutes late. That's because of the weather in the area. 0-1 pitch to Cobb is another strike. That's again the fastball, 89, bottom of the zone. It's 0-2. Righty-righty battle here between Belton and Cobb. 0-2 toss, swung on and missed. Breaking ball, and that one stayed high and Cobb chased it. Not happy with himself. 74-mile-an-hour slider there stayed up from Belton, and Cobb chased it. 1 up, 1 strikeout to start Belton's professional career. Next he faces Isai Santos. Bases empty, 1 out. No score in the top of the first here from Colorado Springs. Santos, the lefty, against Belton, the righty. And the first pitch to Santos is outside for a ball, 1-0. Home plate umpire tonight, Scott Ginger. First base is Zach Dart. Travis Schatzman is the crew chief down at third. 6 on the timer, 1-0 pitch to Isai. Outside, 2-0. Isai has struggled this season against the Vibes to the tune of a 143 batting average, just 6 for 42. 2-0 pitch. Santos hits it to the right side, picked up by the first baseman. Long, high toss to first, and Belton comes down with the ball on top of the bag. That was a really poor toss from Tofflin. Nearly resulted in his pitcher Belton being taken out there by Santos. In the end, it's a 3-1 put out for out number 2, but that was dangerous. Santos got a middle fastball, but didn't quite barrel it up and grounds out to the right side of the infield. 2 outs, bases empty for Cam Buford, the first baseman today for Oakland. It's a day off for Christian Almanza. Buford hitting in the 3 spot for Oakland today and playing first base. First pitch, line drive, center field, base hit. He got an 89-mile-an-hour fastball, elevated in the zone, and you are not going to beat Buford with that pitch. It's his 6th hit of the series after his 10-game hit streak was snapped yesterday in an 0-for-3 performance. Next up is Jake Allgaier, switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Belton, who's making his professional debut. Allgaier on a 7-game hit streak, 1 for 2 after pinch hitting on Friday. Runner on first is Buford. 1 on the timer. Belton was really late there. He did not start that delivery until the clock hit 0. That could have been a pitch timer violation. It was low anyways. It's 1-0 on Allgaier. But he was just pitching in the Pecos League, Belton. And I don't think for Hunter Belton pitching in the Pecos League, I don't think he was working with a pitch clock there. 8 on the timer. 7. He looks home. He comes with 5. High and away to Allgaier, 2-0. So we will monitor that pitch clock closely with Belton on the hill. Allgaier, 23 games with the Ballers, hitting .317, .411 on base percentage. 7 on the clock. Belton looks down, comes home, and Allgaier swings and misses early at the changeup. It's interesting for Belton. You could tell he's got good stuff. He just doesn't quite have the velocity as maybe some of his compatriots. He hasn't touched 90 yet. 3 on the timer. His 2-1 pitch to Allgaier is outside for a ball. It's 3-1. That was the changeup again, but it missed outside. And it's a hitter's count for Allgaier, who has 5 doubles, but no homers yet for Oakland. 7 on the clock. Pitch to Allgaier is a strike. 87-mile-an-hour fastball, high outside corner. And that means Buford will just get a jump from first base on this 3-2 two-out pitch. No score. Wind blowing out to left field here in the top of the first. Cloudy day in Colorado Springs with a chance of rain. 5 on the clock. Belton comes home. Runner goes. That's a ball 4. 69-mile-an-hour pitch that looked like the curveball, but didn't look like a curveball at all from Belton. Single walk with 2 outs against the rookie. And that brings up Nick Leahy. Nope. I messed up my notes. It brings up Lou Helmick. And there are 2 outs and 2 on for the Ballers in the top of the first inning. No score here from Colorado Springs. Lou Helmick 3 for 12 in the series with 3 RBI. The first pitch to the big lefty. Catcher sets up outside. The pitch is outside for a ball. Hit the spot, but the spot was way off the plate. 88-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 1-0. Helmick has driven an 18 this season against Rocky Mountain, hitting .362 against the Vibes, and he's the team's best hitter with runners in scoring position, as Buford is at second base and Allgaier's at first. 3 on the timer. Belton comes home, and that pitch slips out of his hands again. I don't think he has any feel for the curveball. It's 2-0 on Lou. Sure, there's some nerves for Hunter making his official professional debut. Pecos League is not considered professional by the Pioneer League. 2-0 toss. Helmick takes outside, 87-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 3-0. And this is probably one of the bigger, maybe already the biggest crowd that Belton's ever pitched in front of, as he did not play at a big school. He finished his career at an NAIA school. 3-0 to Lou. Taken all the way, nowhere close, ball 4. Fastball high and away at 84. Back-to-back walks from Belton as he misses on 4 straight to Lou Helmick to bring up Nick Leahy with the bases loaded. There's Danny Harris, who's getting the day off today, picking up Lou's stuff. Well, I was told something by Adam Bogosian pregame as there's a meeting on the mound. Adam Bogosian, a reliever for the Ballers, told me, hey, he said, Nick Leahy is going yard 3 times today. Wouldn't be the first time he did so here in Colorado Springs. He did so on July 5th in a 20-0 Ballers win. Drove in 5 RBI, 3-homer game, the second in Ballers history at the time, the first of the season. As the first pitch to Leahy with the bases loaded is bounced to second. And the flip to second for the 3rd out is in time. So Leahy gets a fastball, middle in, and hits it sharply, but unfortunately hits it right to Garcia. The fielder's choice ends the inning, and Helmick is the one retired on the bases 4-6. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left. The Ballers leave them loaded in the top of the first. No score heading to the bottom of the first. Vibes coming up when you return on 860 AM. The Answer. No score. Bottom of the first inning. Ballers leave them loaded in the top of the first. Vibes, we already went over the lineup. Carter Booth, Ty Dooley, Sam Linscott, Dane Tofflin, Hank Hemrick, Gary Laura Gonzalez, Austin Chenard, Garrett Kieber, and Tristan Garcia. Those are the 9 to face Noah Milliken. Milliken, the Pioneer League Pitcher of the Month in July. His numbers, 34 and a third innings, 25 hits, 3 walks, 42 strikeouts, a 1.83 ERA, and a .82 whip. Sunday against Yuba Sutter in August. He continued to pitch well with his 7th quality start of the season. 6 innings of 3-run baseball earned the win in the 8-5 victory for Oakland. One of the best pitchers in the Pioneer League, has a 2.36 ERA on the season, and his first pitch of the day is a strike on the outside corner. The fastball for the first pitch for Milliken, actually right down the middle. It's 0-1 on Booth. Milliken 4-1 record so far this season. His pitch with 5 on the timer is low. The fastball at 90, it's 1-1. That was the sinker from the Milkman, who also sports a 4-seamer, a changeup, and a breaking ball. He does not identify what kind of breaking ball it is. Pop fly into right field. Isai Santos out there makes the catch for out number 1. Milliken 4-1 record this season, 2.36 ERA. This is his 11th start. The 22-year-old from Berkeley has thrown 61 innings, 48 hits, 8 walks, 68 strikeouts. He is 8th in the league in Ks, or at least last time I checked. I read it in an article that was put out very recently by the Pioneer League, but that article might have been sitting for a while. Foul ball off to the right by the lefty Dooley, 0-1. Milliken's backed up today in the outfield. It's O'Hara, Druick, and Santos left to right. Infield third to first, Allgaier, Cobb, Leahy, and Buford. Lozano, the catcher, grabs that 91-mile-an-hour fastball high. It's 1-1 on Dooley. No score, 1 out, bases empty for the Vibes, bottom of the first inning. 6 on the timer. Milliken delivers just off the outside corner with that changeup at 85. It is 2-1. 7 on the clock. His 2-1 pitch is called a strike. It is 90 miles an hour. It was not close to the zone. That's a poor call from Scott Ginger, but the Milkman will take that. Dooley 5 for 15 in the series with 1 hit yesterday and 2 walks. 5 on the clock. Pitch high and away at 90 miles an hour. Well outside of the zone. It's 3-2 on Dooley. And Milliken's payoff to the lefty. Swatted to left field out of play. Towards the berm, onto the berm, where some kids will scamper for it. Noah Milliken facing Rocky Mountain for the 3rd time. He's 1-0 with a 2.25 ERA against the Vibes. Another payoff. Dooley swings and fouls it off. 12 innings against the Vibes. He's gone 6 innings exactly in both starts against them. 10 total hits, 3 earned runs, 12 strikeouts, including last time out a 9-0 Ballers win, the 3rd shutout win for the Bees this season. Another 3-2 is fouled away. So Dooley with a long at bat here. Still full with 1 out, bases empty, no score, bottom of the first. Good battle between the righty and the lefty, Milliken and Dooley. And Dooley wins it because Milliken misses with the breaking ball. I asked Noah Milliken, what kind of breaking ball is it when I asked for his arsenal? He said, well, it's somewhere between a curve and a slider. I said, so a slurve? He said, sure. So, slurve it is. Here's Sam Linscott with a runner at first base in Dooley. 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. No score. First pitch to Linscott is a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Rocky Mountain Vibes kind of look like the Rockies today in their Las Lloronas uniforms with those purple jerseys. Linscott sporting pink batting gloves, bright pink. 0-1 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. The fastball at 90. That one was, let's say, the 4-seamer. Might have been the sinker. 0-2 off the fists, fouled away. That had to be the 4-seamer in. No, it could have been the sinker again. I miss Riley Elliott, who was the Ballers' head of statistics and analytics last year. 0-2. Misses low, 1-2. That was the changeup. 87. Riley would always have these detailed reports about pitchers and their movement on their pitches. Milliken gets a lot of run on that sinker. 6 on the timer. Pitch is a sinker, bounced foul towards the Oakland dugout. Had almost, well, more than a foot of run inside on the hands of Linscott. And he's lucky to even get a piece of that. It was way off the plate. Closer to hitting him than it was to being a strike. Runner on first is Dooley with 1 out. No score, bottom of the first. Vibes batting. 4 on the clock. Milliken delivers a breaking ball outside. 2-2. Vibes showing immense patience against Milliken here in the first inning. Linscott on a 4-game hit streak. 4-hit game for him yesterday as rain is now steadily falling. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball high at 90. Chased the 4-seamer, did Linscott. And there is 2 away. The umbrellas are now out. I have anything to cover my equipment just in case? I'll find something. It's not, wind is not blowing into the press box. Thank goodness. Here's Dane Tofflin with 2 outs. First pitch is outside. They're making Milliken work here in the first. That's pitch number 20 for Noah. Walked Dooley, struck out Linscott after a tough battle. Now faces Tofflin, who went 3 for 4 with a 3-run homer off of Reed Butts yesterday. 4 total RBI for Tofflin. 4 on the clock. Pitch from Milliken is called a strike. 89-mile-an-hour fastball just clipped the inner edge. Good sinker there from Noah. 1-1 count, righty-righty battle. Tofflin, the righty, swings and fouls it back. It's 1-2. Well, I guess I could use my, there we go. That's why I have it. My raincoat to cover the gear should the rain start blowing in. I have a foldable, packable raincoat. 1-2 toss from Milliken. Oh, wow, what a pitch. The sinker in, and Tofflin only could pull out the sword as he half swings through it for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left, and the July pitcher of the month, Noah Milliken, pitches a scoreless first. We go to the second. It's 0-0 between Rocky Mountain and Oakland on 860 AM The Answer. The smell of rain in the air as the precipitation falls here at Block Tickets Park. Rain, precipitation, 2 words I thought I would never say this season in the Pioneer League. This is the first time that I've been calling a game where real rain has been falling this season. As looks like Ballers bullpen, some of them are running towards the Oakland dugout to take cover as the rain falls steadily here in Colorado Springs. 0-0 game, top of the second. I'm Nevada Cullen. Vince back in our 860 AM The Answer studio. Thanks for tuning in on this Saturday night. We hope to get a baseball game in tonight. We've gotten 1 inning in. I guess that's better than none. But This rain appears constant. One of my weather apps says it'll end in 22 minutes. That would be nice. Michael O'Hara standing in from the left side. First pitch from Belton is a strike, 0-1. That is the breaking ball up in the zone to O'Hara for strike one. See what my other weather apps say. Oh, there's a rainbow already forming in center field as O'Hara takes low, 1-1. Well, this app says rain is expected to stop in 46 minutes. I'm hoping my other app's correct. O'Hara strikes one out to left field. Linscott over towards the line, has a beat on it, makes the catch for out number one here in the top of the second. So yes, the rain's still falling. Many umbrellas out in varying colors, a lot of them dark colored, whether those be black umbrellas, purple or blue. Just a few pinks and reds mixed in. Don't see, oh, I see one yellow umbrella. Fans of How I Met Your Mother can rejoice. And there is, yes, a rainbow forming actually directly behind center field, behind the batter's eye. First pitch to Tyler Lozano is swung on and missed. Good breaking ball there from Belton. 0-1. And Lozano needs some more sticky stuff because it's raining and he doesn't want to let go of the bat. So he'll take some pine tar and scrub it on there as the rain falls in Colorado Springs. Feels like there might be a pot of gold right behind that batter's eye in center. See if a baller can hit it out there. Lozano's on a 5-game hit streak. 6 for 10 in this series. 4 hits on Tuesday, tying his career high. 0-1 toss. Lozano takes outside. That pitch felt like it slipped out of the hands of Belton. It's 1-1. It can be so hard to grip a baseball in these rainy conditions as he's continuing to rub the baseball in his hands to try to get increased grip on it. And he steps off the mound before taking the bump once more. Working from the windup, the righty Belton throws home to Lozano. And he misses inside with the fastball at 89. It's 2-1. No score, 1 out. Bases empty for Oakland in the top of the second. 6 on the timer. Belton kicks and goes. Lozano taps it off of himself, 2-2. Tilo over 36 games hitting .304. 41 hits, 28 RBI, 7 doubles, 5 homers, and even a triple that came here in Colorado Springs. Both of his professional triples have come here at Block Tickets Park. 2-strike pitch is blasted. Deep left center field. Tyler Lozano hits the wall. He coasts into second with a 1-out 2-bagger. And boy, did that one have some mustard on it. 101 off the bat. 410 feet and still not a home run. Unbelievable. Sorry, Tilo. That's the Block Tickets Park Colorado Springs tax. 410 to left center field. And again, over 100 miles an hour off the lumber. It's merely a double for Lozano, his 8th. 12th of his baller's career over 2 years. Rain still pouring down as the rainbow sharpens in integrity in center field. Druick fouls one back to the left of the press box. It's 0-1. Druick hitting 9th today for Oakland. Lozano with his 1-out double is at second base, crushing one off of the fence on the fly in left center field. 0-1 from Belton to Druick. That's outside for a ball. It's 1-1. That was well off the dish, 89-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-1 on Druick, who pitched again yesterday. He's pitched on Wednesday and Friday in this series. Lefty waggles the bat. Druick takes a called strike, even though it was just a shade below the zone. A generous call from the home plate umpire, Scott Ginger. I think it was the fastball at 86. 1-2. Druick takes ball 2. I don't think the umpire's signaling, so I'm making sure to Try to signal. Yeah, they got it. Good job, guys. 2-2 pitch to Davis Druick is low. It's 3-2. Rain seems to be slowing. I don't know. It all looks pretty steady to me. Runner at second is Lozano. The payoff pitch to Druick is hit to second on 2 hops. Garcia fields and fires to first in time for out number 2. Oh, looks like Tremaine Cobb Jr. is the beer batter today for Oakland. Two outs, runner at third is Lozano. He went there on the Druick ground out. No score, top of the second. 2 outs. Cobb, first pitch swinging, pops it up right field. Medium deep for Himrick. He is camped there, backs up, makes the catch for out number 3. Tyler Lozano just misses a homer. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left for Oakland in the top of the second. And it is 0-0 heading to the bottom of the second. Looks like something is happening on the field. I think the tarp might be coming out as the umpires will talk to the grounds crew. So let's keep it here for a second as we see if that is the case. They're showing the radar, a member of the grounds crew, to, I believe, the crew chief, Travis Schatzman. And it looks like that Travis Schatzman has determined that we are good to keep playing for now. So we will send it to the bottom of the second. Scoreless here from Colorado Springs on 860 AM The Answer. No score, bottom of the second. Rain continues to fall here in Colorado Springs. Vibes will send 5, 6, and 7 to the plate. Himrick, Laura Gonzalez, and Schnard against Noah Milliken here in the bottom of the second inning. The score, 0-0. It is August 16th, 2025. What happened today in Oakland baseball history? Let's find out. First pitch fouled off, 0-1. Well, it was at Raimondi Park, and it was a year ago today. Oakland 4, Boise 0. On August 16th, 2024, Justin Kleinsorge held the Boise Hawks scoreless over a season-high 7 innings. 0-1 toss outside for Milliken. It's 1-1. Kleinsorge led the Ballers to the 4-0 win on a Friday night. Just the second shutout loss for Boise of the year. The Ballers' third shutout win of the year. As that's lined into left field, could be trouble, and it is fair down the line from Himrick. And then slipping out there in left is O'Hara. But he is able to get it in to make sure that Himrick can only go to second on the double. Himrick, there's only been 2 games so far as a member of the Vibes that he has not hit safely in when starting. Bat Dog comes out, doesn't mind the rain. Rainbow has intensified even more. It's grown from center field now up through the sky. You can follow it all the way up into the atmosphere from center field over to left field, curving to the left. Here's Gary Laura Gonzalez with a runner at second. No score, bottom of the second. And the first pitch is smacked into left center field for a base hit. Brings up a puddle of water. The throw in, Cobb's throw home is offline. And a run scores on the RBI knock by Gary Laura Gonzalez. So not the start that Oakland was hoping for in this game. They've already left 4 runners, and Rocky Mountain scores first on the Laura Gonzalez RBI knock. Nobody out. Austin Chenard is next here in the bottom of the second. We'll continue this day in Oakland baseball history, telling you about the 4-0 win for the Ballers a year ago today. Laura Gonzalez at first base, Chenard the batter. Nobody out, 1-0 Vibes, bottom of the second. Righty-righty battle. First pitch to Chenard is a breaking ball on the outside corner. Nice pitch for Milliken, 0-1. Well, Justin Klein-Sorge not only pitched a season-high 7 innings, he punched out a season-best 11 hitters and allowed just 3 hits. Did not walk a batter. Pitch low for Milliken, the breaking ball. It's 1-1. His 4th straight win, Justin Klein-Sorge, backed up by Jalen Smith, whose solo homer to left field started the scoring for Oakland, as there's a foul ball off to the left, 1-2. Ballers didn't need much to support Klein-Sorge, who showed his appreciation for that Smith homer by then firing 4 perfect innings to begin his outing, retiring the first 12 Hawks he faced, 5 via the strikeout. Sort of like Gabe Tanner from the other day when he pitched a perfect game through 4. Pitch low. The changeup from Milliken, 2-2 on the righty Chenard. It was actually Max Jung-Goldberg, who's had such a good season this year with Boise, who was the GOAT in that game. There's a ground ball up the middle, base hit. 3 straight hits to start the inning for the Vibes, as Chenard just chopped that one up the gut between Cobb and Leahy, the short and second baseman. But anyways, a year ago today, Max Jung-Goldberg made a pair of catastrophic errors on the same play in the 4th. 2 outs in the inning. Peyton Hardin hits a routine ground ball to him. Jung-Goldberg bobbles it to allow Hardin to be safe and then throws it away, which allows Jalen Smith to score from second on the play. Then the inning continued and 2 more runs scored for Oakland. Scoring to bunt and pulling back is Kieber at ball 1, low. Fastball at 89. It was Dante Stewart who had an opposite field double to right, plating Hardin in the inning. Stephen Wilmer, the former Rocky Mountain Vibe, planted a bloop single into left to make it 4-0 in the game. That would be the final score. 1-0. Swung on and bounced to the right side. That's 4 straight hits in the inning for the Vibes, picked up by Santos as the Vibes will go station to station. Now it seems like rain is starting to come into the booth, so I will make sure to cover the equipment. Jim Diedrich comes out. Milliken has allowed 4 straight hits. The bases are loaded for the Vibes in the bottom of the second. The July pitcher of the month in the Pioneer League has not been as sharp tonight on this mid-August evening. Part of the problem could be the footing, the condition of the mound with the rain coming down. I'll finish my thought on this day in Oakland baseball history. 4-0 win for the Ballers over the Hawks on August 16th, 2024. Klein-Sorge continued to shop through the 7th. Connor Sullivan entered in the 8th, ran into a bases-loaded jam and got Troy Viola to pop out to end the threat. Carson Lambert took over in the 9th. He struck out 2 and helped the Ballers secure their 3rd shutout win of the year. And that was this day in Oakland baseball history. Well, today, August 16, 2025, not off to a great start for Oakland as Tristan Garcia bats with the bases juiced. Corners in for Oakland. 1-0 Vibes lead with nobody out in the bottom of the second. First pitch to the lefty Garcia is a breaking ball high and away. It's 1-0. That one sort of slipped out of the hand of Milliken. Now it definitely seems like the rain has lightened. The sky has also brightened here at Block Tickets Park in Colorado Springs. 1-0 is bounced weakly towards the Vibes dugout on the right side. It's 1-1. Already 1-0 in the inning thanks to a Hemrick double and a Laura Gonzalez RBI single. He's now at 3rd, Chenard at 2nd, Kieber at 1st for Garcia, who has driven in 5 in the series already. 1-1 high and away, the breaking ball from Milliken. It's 2-1. Garcia's driven in 7 overall against the Ballers this season. Trying to push his hit streak to 6. Crouched in his stance, the lefty, the 2-1. Garcia swings and misses. Fastball from Milliken north of the zone at 90. It's 2-2. With the bases loaded and nobody out, the best case scenario for Milliken, strikeout, then double play. And he's a pitch away from possibly getting that strikeout. He has 2 today. 4 on the timer. Comes home. Garcia swings and blasts it past Buford and into right. This will score at least 2. Santos fields as lightning flashes off in the distance. It is a 2-run single for Tristan Garcia. With the bases loaded, it's 3-0 Vibes in the second. Laura Gonzalez scores. Chenard from second. Keeper gets to third. I mentioned the lightning in the distance. That was plenty far away, but still something to monitor as we try to play through this weather here in Colorado Springs. The rain has come to a very slow drizzle. Carter Booth, the leadoff man, up with runners at the corners, takes a breaking ball. Where did that miss? High and in. Wow. Just inside, really. That's a great call from Scott Ginger. It's 1-0 with nobody out still in the bottom of the second. The pitch to Booth is grounded foul of third. It's 1-1. This Vibes offense has not been great at scoring runs this season. They're a good hitting team, but they don't drive in a ton. That has really changed in this series. Scoring double-digit runs on multiple occasions. 1-1 pitch to Booth. Outside and low. It's 2-1. The Vibes scored 5 on Tuesday in the loss, 16 on Wednesday in the win, 4 in the loss on Thursday, 14 in the win yesterday, and have scored 3 already in the second inning today. 2-1, Booth takes strike 2. Good fastball, top of the zone from Milliken. That's the sinker. That just dropped in. It's 2-2. Booth, his first time facing Milliken, flied out to right field. He'd take that here with a runner at third and no one out. 2-2 toss. Milliken gets a fly ball, foul off to the right. Count remains even. Booth has driven in 49, up to 100 hits on the season. That is second on this roster. He also has 84 strikeouts. That is most on the team. And the 2-2 from Milliken is waved on and missed. Number 3 for Noah, and the first out, importantly, of this second inning. Milliken is, of his 10 starts, had 7 quality starts, which means 6 innings and 3 runs or less. That seems almost impossible today with already 3 across in the second, and Milliken's already 44 pitches. First is inside. The fastball to Dooley nearly hits him in the arm. It's 1-0. Vibes lead with a 3 spot in the second, 3-0 with 1 out in the frame, and Vibes at the corners for Dooley, who walked his first time. 1-0 from Noah Milliken is swung on and missed. Good pitch there. He threw him the changeup and just dotted it on the inside corner. Dooley 3 for 4 on Wednesday. Had a double in that game. Hits this one off the fist into left field. O'Hara comes in, makes the catch. No tag from third. One hop the throw from O'Hara into the cutoff man, Allgaier. And it is an unproductive flyout from Dooley to left. And if Milliken wants a quality start, he's got to make sure that Keeper does not score from third, as he did not on that weak fly ball by Dooley the other way. 2 outs. Bottom of the second, Milliken trying to escape this inning without any further damage after giving up 5 straight hits to start the frame, a double and then 4 singles. Linscott struck out his first time against the righty Milliken, and Linscott takes a ball just high at 89. It is 1-0. Linscott, 53 RBI, leads the team with 112 hits. Takes a called ball. That was well in the zone, and it's challenged by Oakland. That's a great challenge by Lozano. That is really just the first missed call by Scott Ginger. So it's overturned. It's a successful challenge for the Ballers. The count is now 1-1 on Linscott. Six on the timer. Pitch to Linscott is low, 2-1. Oakland did not challenge well yesterday. 2 challenges, both incorrect. Actually, both teams failed to get a challenge correct. Rocky Mountain challenged once, and they were wrong. Runners at the corners, 2 on toss. Is lined sharply to left field. O'Hara has no chance to get this one, and it's off the fence. He gets it in quickly enough to prevent Garcia from scoring, but Keeper comes in from third. Garcia goes first to third, and Linscott has himself an RBI double. It's a 4 spot for the Vibes in the bottom of the second, and it is not a quality start for Milliken today. He is at 51 pitches. There's Dane Tofflin, the 9th batter of the inning for the Vibes. I'm going to ask the question now, how will the Ballers respond from this? First, they got to get Tofflin with 2 in scoring position, 2 outs. They can't afford any more damage in this inning. The first pitch from Tofflin breaks in just inside. Good pitch for Milliken on the, what, did that hit him? Really? Okay. Hit by pitch. Bases loaded. Okay, it'll be Hemrick. 10th batter of the inning. Vibes bat around here in the second. That is not a recipe for success for Oakland. As for the Vibes, they are delighted to get their rookie Hunter Belton making his first official pro start. This much run support early as Hank Hemrick bats and tries to check his swing. Cannot at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Interesting. Scott Ginger issues the appeal to Travis Schatzman, who's positioned just to the right of short right now, and he makes the call from there. 0-1 on Hemrick, the lefty. Pitch from the righty, Milliken, is high and away for a ball, 1-1. Ballers might be in need of some bulk relief today. At this point, I think the best case scenario for Milliken is 5 innings. 54 pitches from the righty. 1-1 is bounced foul, 1-2. Hemrick, first time facing Noah Milliken, doubled to left field to start this inning. He's up to 5 doubles in 20 games for the Vibes. 1-2 pitch. Hemrick takes. That is ball 2. That was just outside the changeup from Milliken. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of the second. 2-2 with 2 outs. To Hemrick, the lefty, from the righty Milliken. 4 on the timer. Milliken fires. Hemrick flies it left center field and deep. Druick out in the gap, backs up, backpedaling, makes the catch for out number 3. Vibes send a whopping 10 batters to the plate. Milliken does leave the bases loaded, but does allow 4 runs in the inning, all earned on a pair of doubles and 4 singles, 6 total hits, no errors in the inning for Oakland. And the Ballers have quite the deficit to try to climb out of against Hunter Belton, making his pro debut. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. It's 4-0. The Ballers trail the Vibes on 860 AM The Answer. Well, not going to lie, top of the 3rd inning, 4-0 Vibes. Not the spot I thought Oakland would be in at this point in this game. But maybe things are returning to normalcy now with the rain having slowed and maybe even come to a stop. The rainbow has almost disappeared from center field. It's still kind of coming out at the bottom of a cloud as if it's protruding from the backside of a unicorn, perhaps. But it's almost gone. And maybe with the sun out and the night approaching normalcy, this game can get back to what I thought it was going to be. We shall see. First pitch from Hunter Belton to Isai Santos is a strike. And that is Belton's 18th strike. He's thrown 16 balls. The Ballers have left 4 runners on, and they've given up 4 runs. Top of the third, Santos cracks one foul off to the right. It's 0-2. I'm Nevada Cullen, Vince in our 860 AM The Answer Studios. Thanks for tuning in on this Saturday night. Belton, the righty, making his pro debut for Rocky Mountain. 0-2 just off the plate. It's 1-2. That was the changeup from Belton. And the 1-2 toss to Santos. Is a breaking ball bounced slowly to second. Garcia fields and throws in time for out number 1. Hunter Belton, 6'3", 170, 22-year-old from Cabot, Arkansas. Yes, that's how you pronounce the town, C-A-B-O-T. Not Cabot, not Cabot, it's Cabot. I looked it up because I had not heard of the town, but it's actually just outside of Little Rock. Belton went to Central Baptist for his final year of school, which is actually just 40 minutes west of Cabot. First pitch to Cam Buford is low and outside for ball 1. The breaking ball from Belton. Central Baptist is also about a half-hour drive north of Little Rock. NAIA school where Belton finished his career in 25. Buford chops one foul of third, 1-1. 13 appearances, 6 starts this year at Central Baptist for Belton. 1-4 with 1 save, 1 complete game. 43 2/3 innings, 40 hits, 19 earned runs, 12 walks, 51 strikeouts, a 3.92 ERA. Those numbers are solid. Next pitch to Buford bounces in 2-1. Another changeup from Belton. But the numbers in the Pecos League this season were not great for the Pecos Bills. Only 5 games and 1 start with a 10-12 ERA. Two on his next. Buford, ooh, yikes. He swung at an inside fastball there that I think might have hit him. It's 2-2. He exited his Pecos League career, I should say, for Pecos Bills with 2 shutout frames. 2-2 to Buford is hit off the very cap of the bat towards first. Tough play. Toplin fields, throws to the covering Belton, who slips, and the call is safe at first base. Buford beats it out. I think that's got to be an infield hit. Now, Les Lancaster is asking if the call is safe or out. He's going to ask for the first base umpire, Zach Dart, to talk with Scott Ginger and Travis Schatzman. This could be overturned. As of now, it's an infield hit for Cam Buford in a 2-hit game. Belton slipped getting to the bag, and Buford beat him there. It is a hit for now. Hopefully Belton's okay. He'll be, looks like, checked on by the athletic trainer. Oh no, they're gonna clean the dirt off of the bottom of his cleats. That's what's happening. Someone's coming out from the Vibes dugout to do so. Why do I feel like it's Bobby Chenard, the bench coach? No, that's not. That's not Bobby. Call at first. Safe. Stands. Infield hit for Cam Buford. Boos ring out from the crowd expectedly. It was just a weird play at first base where Toplin had to flip it to Belton covering first, and then he, slipped at some point, probably when he hit the slick first base bag. But the call was that Buford, with his speed, beat it out, and it is an infield hit for Cam. Brings up Jake Allgaier with a runner on first and 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. So Buford with a 2-hit game, his 29th of the year. 5 on the timer. First pitch to Jake Allgaier is swung on and hit to second. Chance for 2. Garcia to second for 1. Throw to first in time. Double play. And that is how the inning ends. Oof. Not a good start to this game for Oakland. They trail 4-0 heading to the bottom of the 3rd on 860 AM The Answer. It's time to get on an aircraft and fly on out of this press box. Not because the Ballers are losing 4-0 in the bottom of the third. Still very early. No, it's time for the Wide World of Baseball as Gary Laura Gonzalez leads off the inning. He's from Orlando, Florida, specifically Apopka High School. Also, his teammate Craig Scherer, who has pitched in this series, is from Orlando. But it's time to tell you about Orlando. And, of course, I know a lot about Orlando, so I only had to do a little bit of research. It's a city in Central Florida, home to more than a dozen theme parks, Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom, and Epcot included in that, as well as its water parks. Another major destination is Universal Orlando, which has Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter as part of those, and also now Epic Universe. First pitch outside to the Orlando native Laura Gonzalez. It's 1-0. Population of 334,854 as of 2024. Very large city in Florida, Central Florida. 1-0, squaring to bunt, pulling back at the breaking ball. That's a called strike on Laura Gonzalez, even though it was maybe just a shade in. It's 1-1. And Orlando is a big sports town, home to the Orlando Magic. 1-1 is cranked high. Center field, drew it back. Slight left center, makes the catch. One away. And the Orlando native is retired. Also, Orlando has two soccer teams, Orlando City SC and the Orlando Pride, plus the Orlando Solar Bears, a minor league hockey team that play at the Kia Center where the Magic play. My favorite Orlando team of those four is the Orlando Pride because they're one of the best women's soccer teams in the world with players like Barbara Banda and Marta, the Brazilian GOAT. First pitch hack, bounced foul of third by Chenard, 0-1. And Gary Laura Gonzalez, the Orlando native who flew out to start this inning, isn't the only baseball player from Orlando, of course. Pitch on the outside corner from Milliken, the fastball at 89. It's 0-2. Former Cleveland closer Cody Allen. A.J. Przynski went to high school at Dr. Phillips in Orlando. Daniel Vogelbach, one-time All-Star with the Mariners in 2019 from Orlando. Toronto shortstop, two-time All-Star Bo Bichette was raised there. 0-2 pitch is clubbed in the air, high and deep. Left center field. O'Hara races back to the wall. Drew it back there as well. It hops off the top of the wall and then back into the field of play. Wow. 394 feet to left center field. Hopefully Druick and O'Hara are okay. They didn't collide or anything, but looks like Druick's a little winded out there. He's walking it off, though. That was a blasted double, 394, nearly 95 feet out to left center. And Chenard just misses a homer off of Milliken with one out in the top of the third. Just to finish up the Wide World of Baseball, I have a few more baseball players from Orlando on my list. Garrett Keeper takes a strike, outside corner, 0-1. Jamil and Ricky Weeks both went to Lake Brantley High School. They're from Altamont Springs, which is a suburb of Orlando. And then former A's GM Billy Beane was born in Orlando. Didn't grow up there, but was born there. 0-1. Half swing from Keeper. He absolutely went through that. I don't even know why Scott Ginger appealed. 0-2. Of course, I am from Orlando, Florida, specifically Oviedo, which is a suburb of Orlando. It is East Orlando. Orlando also home to UCF, University of Central Florida, the former national champions in 2017. Just kidding. Not one of those delusional UCF fans. Pitch high and in, 1-2. My mom is an alum of the University of Central Florida. So is my brother. Go Knights, charge on. Pitch high and in to Keeper, made it 1-2. 5 on the timer. Milliken comes home to Keeper. And there's a slow ground ball foul of third. Reed butts out of his dugout, makes the pickup. Cool as you like. Still 1-2 on Keeper, who singled his first time against Noah Milliken. If memory serves correct, he just banged it through the right side. 1-2 toss again. Milliken just missed the outside corner. High and away with the fastball at 90. Great pitch. No chase from Keeber. 2-2. Milliken nearly at 70 pitches. I would expect the fourth inning to be his last today. 2-2. Runner starts and stops. Keeber takes. Ball 3. The slurve from Milliken placed below the zone, and it's full on Keeber, who is 3 for 13 in the series after starting 0 for 8. Had 3 hits yesterday, 2 doubles. 4 on the timer. Milliken delivers. Keeber swings and bounces it to second. 2 hops for Leahy. He snares, throws to first in time for out number 2. Chenard moves up to third, and the bat dog races out. I'm not good at dog breeds. I think this is a border collie. I have not seen a border collie bat dog before. Or wait, maybe Australian Shepherd. Maybe even a mix. I don't really know. Here's Tristan Garcia with 2 outs, runner at third. First pitch to him is smacked on a line to right field, but right to Santos, and Garcia just misses another run-scoring hit in this game after his 2-run double in the second. He lines out to end the third. No runs in the inning against Milliken despite the Chenard near homer. It's just a double. He's stranded at third, and it is 4-0 Vibes heading to the fourth on 860 AM The Answer. Four 0 lead for the Vibes over the Ballers. A third of the way through here from Colorado Springs. I'm Nevada Cullen, alongside Vince in our 860 AM The Answer studios. And Vince, I don't know about you, but my stomach is rumbling here in the top of the fourth inning with the Ballers down 4-0. I could use some food. You know me, I'm Nevada Cullen. I'm always hungry. It's time for Nevada's culinary curiosities. And today, I visited Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers for the first time in my life. And boy, was I missing out. First pitch of the inning to Lou Helmick, the lefty, is a called strike, and that is just off the plate, but close enough to, I understand why it's called a strike. 0-1 on Helmick, who walked his first time up. Yes, I had never been to Freddy's. Helmick fouls one back, 0-2. I went with the encouragement of Tyler Peterson, who will return to the microphone on Tuesday at home. And also the accompaniment of Ethan Ibe and Jesse Cook, the broadcasters for the Rocky Mountain Vibes. Ethan was kind enough to treat me to a meal at Freddy's today for lunch. Pitch low to Helmick, 1-2. Now, going into this lunch, I had basically just eaten breakfast. It was 11:30. I was not that hungry. But Ethan said, no. You still got to get a full meal, burger, fries, the works. Maybe throw in a custard of some sort. 1-2, outside, 2-2. And so here was my order. The same as Ethan for the burger. I went with a California double. California style, which to me just reminded me of In-N-Out. And then Ethan felt betrayed by my side order as the 2-2 is ripped off the glove of the first baseman, Tofflin, for a base hit. It rolls foul. After, of course, touching his glove in fair territory, it is a single for Lou Helmick, and Oakland gets the leadoff man on for the first time today. Helmick scorched it 102 off the bat. He got an 88-mile-an-hour fastball beneath the zone and got the bat head down to it. So Belton gives up his fourth hit. He's scattered those across 4 innings in his pro debut. in the Pioneer League. Now it's Nick Leahy. First pitch to him with 6 on the clock. Now 4. Oh, no. Oh, he slipped. Belton slipped on the mound. That's a balk, of course. No pitch as Helmick goes to second. But now, I mean, first of all, Belton needs to be checked on. Second of all, grounds crew needs to go fix that mound. Because Belton just wiped out like he slipped on a banana peel. If I wasn't worried about his health, I'd be laughing right now because it was quite funny in some respects. But, of course, you're first just worried about him. But I think he's okay. They are inspecting the mound right now. So, okay. Nevada's Culinary Curiosities went to Freddy's. Disappointed Ethan with my side order. What did I get? I did not get the fries. I got the tots. Why? Because I love tater tots. And apparently, according to Freddy's, they're a fan favorite. So I got the tater tots, not the French fries. Sorry, Ethan. And then I was not feeling a shake. My stomach did not have room for it. As Belton's throwing a warm-up pitch right now, he's able to stay on his feet. He's good to go. Nope. Instead, I got a Dr. Pepper Frost, kind of like a Dr. Pepper float. But it's, I think, a little bit more solidified, more like a milkshake than a slushy, I guess. Runner at second is Helmick after the balk. Top of the 4th inning, 4-0. Ballers trail the vibes. Leahy at the plate hit into a fielder's choice his first time. The first real pitch to him is outside. It bounces in, the breaking ball in the dirt. It's 1-0. And so, how is the food? Well, first of all, let's start with the tots. Crisped to perfection, served with the fry sauce. These were amazing. 10 out of 10. Perfect tots, not over-salted. Just the crispiness. As Leahy roasts one, right field and deep. It is out of here! Nick Leahy continues to mash at Block Tickets Park in Colorado Springs. A 3-homer game here on the 5th of July, and he lights this one up. An oppo bomb, a backside boogie, and the Ballers are back in it. He halves the lead. It's 4-2 Rocky Mountain in the 4th. Adam Bogosian warned me that Nick Leahy would hit 3 bombs today. Well, he's a third of the way there after he takes the 86-mile-an-hour fastball middle in, and he goes the other way. 102 off the bat, 397 feet plus, and the first pitch to Michael O'Hara is an outside strike, 0-1. That was actually a ball. Bad call. But it's still called a strike. So Leahy with the 2-run bomb. And there's a ball to O'Hara. An oppo bomb by Leahy. Helmick scores on the play. O'Hara fouls it off to the left, 1-2. Again, 102 off the bat of Leahy, 397 feet to right field, a surefire bomb. 30-degree launch angle as O'Hara fights it off to the left. And we can now resume Nevada's Culinary Curiosities. It's 4-2 vibes here in the top of the 4th inning. Nobody out. Belton no longer has a 0 ERA as a pro. 1-2 to O'Hara is popped up. Shallow center field. Tough play. Booth coming in. It ducks in for a hit. Michael O'Hara with the pop fly single into center. And Oakland has 3 straight hits here in the 4th. And they'll bring up Tyler Lozano as the tying run. All right, let's wrap this up. Nevada's Culinary Curiosities. The tots were excellent. The burger, I mean, what was I doing not going to Freddy's? Perfect lattice-like crusty smash burger. Crusty sounds bad. Crust is good on a smash burger. You want it pressed down. You want that lattice work on the edges. You want it to be crispy. Lettuce, tomato, Thousand Island dressings. As Lozano swings and misses at a slider, it's 0-1. I mean, this was a good burger. This was a very good burger. It's a 9 out of 10, though, because it needed more Thousand Island dressing. Now, I added some fry sauce to it, and it was perfect. And then the Dr. Pepper Frost. Pitch outside to Lozano, breaking ball in the dirt, it's 1-1. The Frost was unbelievable. I mean, I love Dr. Pepper. I love ice cream. Putting the two together in a float-like dessert was just impeccable. 10 out of 10. Overall, 9.5 out of 10 for Freddie's. Really good fast food. 1-1 pitch to Lozano with O'Hara at first, and Lozano rips a line drive and a left field base hit. This could be extra bases, but it's picked up by Linscott. Going first to third is O'Hara. Now Lozano does go to second, and we'll wait to see the ruling on that one as Lozano hustles it out. You could argue went to second on the throw, and I think that might be the case. I will wait to see what the ruling is. But either way, the Ballers have the tying run at second base, plus O'Hara at third. 4-2 they trail in the top of the fourth inning. And here is Davis Druick. Still no one out in the top of the fourth. First pitch to Druick is low for a ball, 1-0. Anyways, does it Scran? Absolutely. Freddy's, if you haven't been, please go. Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers is 5 big booms if I'm a Costco guy. 1-0. Druick takes low again. Fastball at 88. It's 2-0. What is it ruled for Lozano? It is ruled a single. 2-0. Druick takes a strike. 2-1. That was off the plate. Should have been ball 3. 86-mile-an-hour fastball just off the black. Two on Druick. Now, this is a weird place for Chenard to come check on Belton, but he will. As there is a lefty warming in the pen for the Vibes. Who could this be? John Walsh, number 21. We've seen him twice in the series. The score, 4-2. The Ballers are behind, but Davis Druick is at the dish looking to change that. It's the second mound visit for the Vibes, by the way. O'Hara's the runner at third, Lozano at second. They both singled. It's ruled a single for Lozano because he only advanced to second on the throw to third. I'd have to watch it back to make sure of that. Tying run in scoring position for Druick, hitting .294 with runners in scoring position this season. 2-1. Druick takes outside. That's ball 3. Should have been ball 4. That was the changeup from Belton. No chase from Druick. Would Belton face this order a third time through? I'm not so sure, because it looks like Walsh is about ready in the pen. 3-1 toss. Hitter's count. Druick takes. Called a strike. Just nipped the outside corner. That's a great changeup and a great call from Scott Ginger, who's been a little hit and miss, but he's mostly been on the money. Druick 3 RBI on Thursday of this series. Payoff pitch. Druick lofts it foul off to the left. It's out of play. That is, I think, onto the berm. Maybe actually beyond the berm. Druick, 55 RBI this season. The rookie, 24-year-old from Katy, Texas. With O'Hara at third and Lozano at second in a 4-2 game, Ballers trail top of the fourth. Still nobody out. Payoff pitch, 5 on the timer. Belton delivers. Druick takes ball 4 and tosses the bat with a little bit of spice off to the left towards the Ballers dugout. It is walk number 3 for Belton. The bases are loaded for the Ballers, and Tremaine Cobb Jr. will hit. It seems against Belton. No changes yet for Rocky Mountain. Les Lancaster still in the pen. Umpire, looks like that's Travis Schatzman, the crew chief, inspecting the mound just to make sure it's okay. And here we go. Bases loaded. Tremaine Cobb Jr. Go ahead runs aboard. And Cobb takes a strike. That one was high and called a strike. And yeah, again, like I said, hit and miss from Scott Ginger tonight, as Cobb took a ball that was called a strike. Nothing in 1. Belton delivers. Cobb swings and misses over a breaking ball. This one was in the zone. It's nothing in 2. His first time up, Belton struck him out, Trey Cobb. Next time he flew out to right field. A fly out would be fine here because it could get a run home for Oakland. There are nobody out. No one out in the top of the fourth inning for Oakland. Bases juiced. 4-2 the Vibes lead. 0-2 pitch to Cobb. is on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Challenged by Cobb, but that's not the pitch he should have challenged. Oakland's going to lose a challenge. That clipped the corner. And Cobb goes down looking with the bases loaded. Second strikeout for Belton. Both are of Cobb. And now Les Lancaster will make the change with a lefty coming up in Isai Santos. Now, will Santos get to hit here? That remains to be seen. Looking at the Oakland bench, my guess is I'm going to say yes. Although if Darryl Buggs II were to come in to hit for Santos here, I would not be surprised with a lefty coming in. We'll see who it is to face John Walsh, the new pitcher, and we'll tell you about Walsh when you return. 4-2 Ballers trail the Vibes. Bases loaded, 1 out, top of the 4th. We'll be right back on 860 AM. The Answer. New pitcher, John Walsh, on for Rocky Mountain. They go to a lefty to face a lefty in Isai Santos. He is being left in to hit here with the bases loaded and 1 out. Ballers have already put 2 across in the frame thanks to a Nick Leahy 2-run homer off of Hunter Belton, who goes 3 1/3 in his Rocky Mountain and Pioneer League debut. Belton, in his outing, gives up, what's that, 4 straight, so 7 total hits. And as of now, just the 2 earned runs, walking 3 and striking out 2. Walsh, the lefty, to face Santos, the lefty, with the bases full of ballers. 4-2 lead for the Vibes, top of the 4th. First pitch to Isai Santos is outside for a ball, 1-0. Walsh, the lefty, making his 3rd appearance of the series, pitched on Tuesday and Thursday, and has thrown an inning and a third, giving up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. The 1-0 pitch to Isai. That's called a strike, just over the outside corner. It's 1-1. Good breaking ball from Walsh. The lefty replacing Belton. Santos today, 0 for 2 with a couple weak groundouts. 6 for 44 against the Vibes this year. And Santos launches right field and deep. It is off the wall. Santos ties this game, and right behind Lozano is Druick. The throw home is in time for the last runner, Druick. Lozano is safe. This game is tied, and a great relay helps cut down Druick, who was right on Lozano's tail. To third goes Santos. It's at least a double, if not a triple. My guess, it's a 2-run game-tying double for Isai Santos, and we are tied at 4 here in the 4th. Now, what is Les Lancaster asking the home plate umpire about? That's Scott Ginger. That's my question. Umpires will talk about something here. It's a game-tying double by Santos, striking it to right field off the wall. That is just his 3rd hit here in Colorado Springs. He was 2 for 25 before that at bat. On the play, O'Hara scored, Lozano scored, and Druick was tagged out trying to score from first base. He had a great read on that ball, but in the end, he is thrown out. It is 4-4 in the top of the 4th inning. Maybe they're checking to see if the runner's safe, and then out. Yep, the call stands. Les Lancaster probably just making sure there were no hijinks on the play. It was a weird one. for sure, because Druick was really right on Lozano's tail. And it was funny, Chenard tried to tag out Lozano and failed, but successfully tagged out Druick. Right field to second base to catcher. 9-4-2. Great relay for the Vibes to make sure this game stays tied. And it's a first pitch strike to Buford. 0-1. Go-ahead run now is Santos at third base, who doubled and then advanced to third on the throw. Buford hits it slowly, past the pitcher, tough play, charging Garcia's throw just in time for out number 3. But Oakland makes it a brand new ball game in the 4th. A 2-run bomb by Nick Leahy, a 2-run double for Isai Santos, and we go to the bottom of the 4th, all new at 4 on 860 AM The Answer. Ballers doing their best to make sure that the Magic 8 Ball doesn't come out for a 4th straight night. They have tied the game at 4 after 3.5 innings of play. The rain has stopped. The sky is darkening. The lights have very nearly taken full effect here at Block Tickets Park in Colorado Springs. It is the bottom of the 4th inning, and we are tied at 4 thanks to a 2-run homer by Nick Leahy and an Isai Santos two-run double down the right field line, off the wall, on the fly. And only a good relay from Rocky Mountain could prevent Oakland from taking the 5-4 lead, as Druick, who was running right behind Lozano, was tagged out by Chenard at home. Leadoff batter Carter Booth, the center fielder, starts it in the bottom of the 4th. Against the milkman, Noah Milliken, who has struggled thus far in this game. First pitch, bounced one hop to third, picked up by Allgaier. Nice play, good throw to first, good stretch from Cam Buford. In time is the throw for out number 1. One pitch, one out for Milliken. That'll be necessary if he wants to be the winning pitcher today, which, crazy that we're saying that after his start to the game. But look, Milliken pitched a scoreless 3rd. If he can pitch a scoreless 4th, then Oakland can take the lead in the 5th or the 6th. Then if Milliken can just complete 5 innings, he'll have a shot today at being the winner. Ty Dooley takes low, ball 1. Change up from the milkman. Now, Noah Milliken is, was that challenged? Oh yeah, it was a strike. So Tyler Lozano, credit to him, is 2 for 2 on challenges behind the plate for Oakland. That was a great pitch, that changeup. I missed it. It just did catch the bottom of the zone, according to TrackMan. And it's 0-1 on Dooley. 0-1. Dooley takes low, 1-1. That was yet another changeup from Noah. And Milliken is extremely deserving of the win tonight, if the Ballers do win. Because, yes, he hasn't pitched his best, but he's also had games this year where he hasn't gotten the win despite pitching his best. Pitch high and away, 2-1. So maybe some good karma is heading his way in terms of a pitching decision tonight. Who knows? Plenty of ball game left. We're not even halfway through. Score tied at 4, bottom of the 4th, 1 out, base is empty, and Dooley takes just below the zone. 88-mile-an-hour fastball makes it 3-1. Ty Dooley went to the Men's College World Series final in 2025 with Coastal Carolina, and here he flies one to center field. Druick gets pushed back towards the track and then makes the backpedaling catch for out number 2. The wind is gusting out today, and I think that assisted Nick Leahy with his 2-run homer in the 4th. But I think I think Nick also just got that one. Next up, it is Sam Linscott, the 27-year-old from Marysville, Washington, 3rd year in the Pioneer League, 1st year in Rocky Mountain. Played at Marshall in 2020 and then played in NAIA after that. First pitch to the righty is outside 1-0. Linscott 1 for 2 today with an RBI double, hitting here with 2 outs in a 4-4 game in the bottom of the 4th, bases empty. Linscott played at NAIA Lewis Clark State in Idaho, right on that Oregon border. 1-0 from Milliken is high, 2-0. Fastball at 87. At Lewis Clark State, he led the NAIA in hits in 2022. He was an All-American honorable mention that year. Tied a school record, going 27 for 27 in stolen bases. 2-0 is in 3-0, and he has really carried that over this year. He has stolen 11 bases, Sam Linscott. 11 for 13. The speed is translated to the pros for sure. 3-0 pitch from Milliken. That's called a strike on the outside corner at 86. Did just clip the corner. It's 3-1. Linscott, I mentioned he's from Marysville, Washington, which is just north of Everett, north of Seattle as well. He grew up a Mariners fan. The 3-1 pitch is fouled back. 3-2. That's well out of play for Linscott. So he's spent a lot of time in the West, whether it's his hometown of Marysville, playing at Lewis Clark State, and now playing professionally, both in Glacier and in Rocky Mountain. Payoff pitch with 2 outs from Milliken. 6 on the timer, and Linscott fouls another one back. Still 3-2. Milliken has retired 4 straight vibes. Does not have a strikeout, not since the 2nd inning, that is. And Linscott was his first strikeout victim in the 1st. Milliken's 84th pitch of the night. It's to Linscott. It is on the outside corner, strike 3 call. And Linscott knew that he should have swung. It's his 2nd strikeout. It's Milliken's 4th, a perfect 4th for Noah, his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. And the Ballers have turned the tide for now. It's 4-4 heading to the 5th. On 860 AM The Answer, this is Oakland Baseball. Here in the top of the 5th, it's 4-4 between the Ballers and the Vibes. Top of the 5th, Allgaier, Helmick, and Leahy due up against Walsh, the lefty, who gave up the 2-run double to Isai Santos in relief of Hunter Belton, who finishes his day with 4 earned runs allowed in his pro debut. 3 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. And Walsh will now get a clean inning here in the top of the 5th. The first pitch to Jake Allgaier, the righty, is low. The changeup at 78, 1-0. I'm Nevada Cullen with Vince in our 860 studios tonight, and it's time for the question on the answer. Jake Allgaier takes a strike on the outside corner at 85, 1-1. And my question today for you, what is one healthy habit you've established that you're proud of? 1-1 is outside. Another changeup from Walsh. It's 2-1 on Allgaier. And I was inspired by this this question came because of a mid-inning entertainment put on here at Block Tickets Park as the pitch is inside to Allgaier, 3-1. I think they also did this in Ogden or something, but a little kid basically takes a giant toothbrush and sweeps off the bases. 3-1 to Allgaier is tapped to short. On a few hops, Kieber collects, throws to first in time for out number 1. And so that little in-game advertised spot to entertain the crowd that the Vibes do, where they have tonight it was a little girl running around with a giant red toothbrush, scrubbing off the bases to clean off the clay. Made me think of one of my own healthy habits that I have established in my life, and it all started a few years ago with a New Year's resolution. As here is Dylan Tatum, pinch hitting for Lou Helmick. This is a righty batting. I think they've got it. They've got it. Ethan's on the case. 0-1 pitch to Dylan Tatum is fouled back. We'll see. We won't know for a while whether this is a one-time thing or not. It's 0-2 on Tatum. I think it honestly depends whether the Vibes are going to throw a lefty or a righty over the course of this game. Tatum takes outside 1-2 because since Tatum's hitting for Helmick, the DH, Aaron Miles doesn't have to make the call whether or not to pull him here necessarily. 1-2. Tatum takes low, 2-2. So anyways, 1 out. Top of the 5th, nobody on, 4-4 game, top of the 5th. And I'm talking about my question on the answer. One healthy habit I've established that I'm proud of is New Year's Eve a few years ago, I said my New Year's resolution would be to floss every day. Okay, that's bold, I know. 2-2 is flown to right field and pretty deep. Tatum sends Himrick to the track. He is at the wall on the track and makes the catch. A deep fly out for out number 2, 343 feet, but it is just an out for Tatum. I made that New Year's resolution to floss every day because there had been a few visits in a row to the dentist in which I found out I had cavities. And so I was tired of that. I knew I needed to take better care of my teeth, so I started flossing every day from that New Year's Eve on. And honestly, that next year, I missed probably 1 or 2 days the entire year. There's a strike to Nick Leahy, 0-1, a 2-run homer his last time up. 4-4. Ballers have tied it. They tied it in the 4th. Leahy takes in the dirt. It's 1-1. 2 out, space is empty here in the top of the 5th. And so, yes, I'm now a constant flosser. I still floss every day. That is one healthy habit that I am proud of, and I can't wait to read the rest of yours in the YouTube comments as Leahy takes outside. It's 2-1. Also, you can message me. If you have a way to message me directly, go for it with your healthy habit that you're proud of. Otherwise, you can also tag me on Twitter at Nevada Cullen. 2-1 to Leahy, swung on a miss, 2-2. Ballers Love on YouTube says that they've established a morning plank pose for 90 seconds. I could get behind that. Little exercise in the morning to get you going. Well done, Ballers Love. Removed candy from my diet, says David Smith. That is good for your teeth, just like flossing. 2-2 with 2 outs from Walsh, and Leahy taps it slowly towards third. Dooley charging in. Throws on the run to first in time for out number 3. Ballers retired in order in the top of the 5th. We're halfway home, tied at 4 here from Colorado Springs. Ballers and Vibes on 860 AM. The Answer. Bottom of the 5th inning. The Ballers are tied with the Vibes 4-4. Nevada Cullen. Vince back in our 860 AM The Answer studios. Thanks for tuning in on this Saturday night. If you're on 860, we appreciate you. If you're on YouTube and listening, I need some more answers for Question on the Answer tonight. What's one healthy habit you've established that you're proud of? It does not have to be physical. It could be a mental thing. It could be you've recently gotten back into reading. I know that's something I want to do. We already have morning planks and removing candy. Christy Collier has chimed in with, she bought a Peloton right before the Baller season started, and it's been a lovely, dusty addition to my living. Christy, come on. I like this idea from Carl O'Connor. You should ride the bike, the Peloton, every time the Ballers hit a home run. Well, if that were the case, then at this point in the season, Christy Collier would have ridden her bike some 130 separate occasions, and sometimes quite a few times in the same game. First pitch of the inning from Noah Milliken is called a ball and challenged, and Lozano's right again. That's three missed calls by Scott Ginger against Noah Milliken. He has not made it easy on the Ballers. He's been a bit all over the place with his zone. It's been a bit too small at times and a bit too big for Rocky Mountain. Normally, I feel like when an umpire is having a bad game, they're bad for both teams. Ground ball to short. Cobb over to his right. Makes the strong throw across the diamond for out number 1. Tofflin grounds out to start the frame. Looks like we maybe have some more healthy habits that Ballers fans are proud of. Steve cut back a lot on his alcohol consumption after turning 40. Thank you for sharing that, Steve. That's very noble and a very great habit that you've established, as that ball is punched out to right field. Santos in the gap in right for out number 2. And on another food and beverage related healthy habit, Don Piper stopped eating meat 8 years ago and then went vegan 4 years ago. Going vegan can be very good for the environment, although I will always struggle with it. If I wanted to do it, I don't know that I could. Although I do like eating vegetarian vegan meals every once in a while. I am a fan of tofu. Good answer, Don. 2 outs in the inning. First pitch is, wow, that was actually a strike, but Lozano dropped it. It was a 89-mile-an-hour fastball at the bottom of the zone. It's 1-0. Wayne says that he's been keeping a daily gratitude journal and life log for the past 6 years. Way to keep that going, Wayne. There's a strike, 1-1. Look at that. And then Nancy Butts going with meditation and deep breathing, I think. Ground ball towards third. Allgaier picks it up just inside the bag, fair, and then throws across for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Milkman. He's now retired 8 in a row and is possibly in line for the win if Oakland can take the lead while he's still the pitcher of record. That could happen in the top of the 6th. So be there or be square on 860 and The Answer. Beginning of the 6th here from Colorado Springs, Nevada Colon, with Vince back in our 860 AM The Answer studios. 7, 8, 9, O'Hara, Lozano, and Druick due up against John Walsh, who's retired 4 straight, the lefty in relief for the Vibes. There is a righty going, and so I'm guessing Walsh will just get O'Hara, and then Lozano will face a righty and a new pitcher in this game. But let's see what O'Hara can do left on left here. He singled in his last at bat, but that was not facing Walsh. Lefty-lefty battle to start the top of the 6th. The first pitch to O'Hara. He squares to bunt. It's a drag bunt, but he hit it right back to the pitcher. Walsh is flipped to first, gets away. Oh no, O'Hara runs into the umpire, but the ball is out of play. Zach Dart was in O'Hara's way, but O'Hara gets to go to second anyways because of the throwing error by Walsh. Let's make sure that is a straight error. Checking with Ethan and Jesse. Yep, I'm seeing error. Yep. And O'Hara reaches on the E1. It's also a 2-base error because O'Hara gets to go to second. And now it seems like Lozano will face the lefty. I'm not so sure about this one. I don't know if the righty in the pen is ready, but Lozano, a very good hitter against left-handed pitching. Go-ahead run at second. Nobody out. Corners in. Lozano swings and rips one into left field for a base hit to give Oakland the lead. Around third is O'Hara. He scores easily. Lozano stands up at second base. His second double of the game. He is on fire in Colorado Springs. Oakland 5, Rocky Mountain 4. Lozano has 9 hits in the series. Leave in a lefty against Lozano at your own risk. He now has 22 hits in 53 at-bats against left-handed pitching this season. Hitting better than 400 against Southpaws Tyler Lozano with a first-pitch double. Davis Druick left on left takes a ball. Okay, well, there's a missed call against Rocky Mountain. That will be an unearned run because of the error ironically committed by the pitcher Walsh. 1-0. Druick swings, hits one, left field, medium deep, caught. Lozano back to second, 1 away. Tyler Lozano. This is his series. He has owned the Vibes this year, even though he was actually injured on a 2-run double against Craig Scherer back at Raimondi Park. He has, coming into tonight, he was hitting 400 against the Vibes, 10 for 25 on the season, and has picked up 3 more hits tonight. And with that, a righty coming in for Oakland, so a righty's coming in for Rocky Mountain. It's a couple batters too late, though, as Oakland steals the lead in Colorado Springs, thanks to a Tyler Lozano first pitch RBI double down the left field line. Ballers 5, Vibes 4. We will set it to break in the top of the 6th with 1 out. Cobb to face a righty. We'll tell you who it is when you return on 860 AM The Answer. New pitcher for the Vibes in the top of the 6th. There's 1 out. Lozano's at second with his go-ahead RBI double into left field. And Tremaine Cobb Jr. will face Trey Morrell. Wednesday against Oakland, pitched a scoreless inning, gave up 1 hit. He has a 7.50 ERA this season. The righty, 25 years old, from Loma, Colorado. First pitch to Cobb is outside with the breaking ball. Also just low. It's 1-0. 5-3 record for Morel. 33 appearances, 2 starts, both against Oakland. 5 saved, 36 innings, 44 hits, 39 strikeouts to 28 walks. 1-0 to Cobb. Whoa, that almost hit him. 92. Brushed him back. 2-0. Morel, the third-year vibe, 4th year in the league, was in Grand Junction in 2022, won the championship that year with the then Rockies. He's set at the belt, 3 on the timer. Pitch to Trey is swatted into right field. Base hit. Lozano gets the wave. Himrick picks it up, fires towards second. Cobb is there standing. It's the second RBI double of the inning for Oakland. And Tremaine Cobb Jr., right on right, does not matter, gives the Ballers an insurance run. It's 6-4 with 1 out in the 6th. You bring in a righty to face a righty, and Tremaine Cobb Jr. still gets the job done with the RBI double. That's his 94th hit of the year, his 18th double, and his 39th RBI. He got a 92-mile-an-hour fastball high and tight and somehow dropped it into right field. Now Isai Santos, lefty, takes a strike that just clips the corner at 92. It's 0-1. 2 RBI doubles in the inning for Oakland. 1 run earned, 1 unearned for Walsh. 0-1 skips at the plate, and Cobb has third. Catcher doesn't see it. Cobb's coming home. The throw home is offline. Cobb scores from second on a wild pitch, and Oakland leads 7-4. Heads up, base running by Trey. Ballers by 3 in the 6th. That pitch skipped off of Chenard. He tried to pick it, and it popped into the air. Now, third base umpire Travis Schatzman comes down to Scott Ginger. What happened to Ginger, the home plate umpire? Is he okay? What are the umpires talking about here? Now they'll call Zach Dart down from first. Cobb touched third. That has to be the case. Well, they're cleaning off home plate right now. Now the umpires are dissipating. And the third base umpire Travis Schatzman, just checked on the catcher, Chenard. I wonder if maybe something was wrong with Chenard and the umpires were just giving him a moment to breathe. It's a wild pitch, and Cobb comes in from second on the play. Wow. Wild pitch, 2 bases for Cobb. His speed pays off. Ballers lead 7-4. Bases empty for Santos. 1-1 is outside. It's 2-1. 93-mile-an-hour fastball off the edge, and Santos somehow took it. 2-1 count. The righty Morel comes home, and Santos takes outside for ball 3. 92-mile-an-hour fastball off the plate. Hitters count for Eastside. Ballers lead 7-4 in the top of the 6th. 7 unanswered tonight for Oakland. The 3-1 toss. Santos swings and fouls it back. He got 92, middle away, and he could not catch up to it. It's 3-2 on Eastside. Crazy to think that entering today, he was an .087 hitter in Colorado Springs. I knew that had to change. He was 2 for 23. Then he was 0 for 2 to start his day, and then he rips a 2-run double against the relief pitcher Walsh, left-on-left crime, and he tied this game for the Ballers. Now they lead 7-4 with a 3 spot in the 6th. The payoff pitch to Isai from the righty Morel. Santos takes. Oh, man, that's strike 3. That's perfectly placed. Santos, who never challenges, just challenged a strike at the bottom outside corner. And Oakland is now, unfortunately, down to its final challenge. Well, they've challenged 5 times, so even if he was right, they would have been down to his final challenge. But Air Miles isn't going to be happy about that just because of the spot. It's a bit too early to risk that challenge. And now the Ballers have just 1 challenge remaining no matter what the rest of the game. Strikeout for Santos looking. First out recorded by way of the K for Morrell. Actually, first out recorded by Morrell as he locates a strike on Buford. It's 0-1. That just clipped the inside corner at 92. The next toss to Cam. Buford takes low. 1-1. That was 93, but south of the zone. Buford today is 2 for 3 with a single up the middle and then an infield little dribbler. 6 on the timer, 1-1. Buford hacks and misses at a breaking ball low. 1-2. Ballers up 7-4, 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 6th. The 1-2. Morrell fires. Buford takes the breaking ball low in the dirt. It's 2-2. This is the polar opposite of last night, in which Rocky Mountain at one point had scored 11 unanswered runs. Oakland 7 unanswered so far. 2-2. Buford swings and fouls it off to the right. Little floater about 6 rows up in the chairback seats, painted green behind the first base dugout. Landed neatly in a seat, and it's retrieved by a young fan who gets a big hug from Pops. 2-2. Buford takes in. Fastball, 92. Nope, 91. Way inside. Count is full on Cam. Righty-righty battle. Morrell set, working from the stretch with no one on. 3-2 pitch is fouled off by Buford. Count remains 3-2. It says 2-2 on the video board. Now it's changed to 3-2. Yeah, there we go. They are on it tonight. Good job. Nice job, Alyssa. Another payoff coming. Swing and a miss. Another breaking ball from Morrell. And Buford goes down swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Morrell to end the 6th. But Oakland leads 7-4 thanks to a 3-run inning in which they had 2 RBI doubles, Lozano and Cobb. And then Cobb scores from second on a wild pitch. None left for Oakland in the frame. 1 error in the frame helped Oakland to score those 3 runs. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Oakland 7, Rocky Mountain 4 on 860 AM The Answer. After all that, Noah Milliken might just be the winning pitcher of this game. He will not see the 6th. It is not a quality start. He comes up an inning and a run shy, but he is in good hands with Adam Bogosian, who is coming out of the pen. He already has a perfect inning in this series. He threw it, not Tommy Ventimiglia. I mistook the two for one another, and I mistakenly said that Bogosian was Ventimiglia the other night. This I know is number 26. Adam Bogosian, I have double and triple checked it. I've looked in my binoculars. It's the bottom of the 6th. It's Adam Bogosian on for Noah Milliken. The first pitch of his day to the 7-hitter, Austin Chenard, is outside at 84. The breaking ball misses from Bogo. It's 1-0. Bottom of the 6th, 7-4 ballers. They take the lead in the top of the 6th with 3 runs. 1-0 toss is high, 92, just above the zone, just missed, 2-0. Ballers have just 1 challenge left. They're not going to use it there. And it was actually a correct call. 2-0 from Bogo. is lined sharply past the glove of Allgaier and into left. It's a leadoff hit for Chenard, and he's got a 3-hit game. Not bad for the Vibes catcher. Bogosian, Thursday, a hitless, scoreless inning with a strikeout. He got the 9th in the win for Oakland. 4.82 ERA, 2-0 record, 23 appearances, 2 saves, 37 and a third, 10 walks, 30 strikeouts for the 6'3", 210-pound righty, 22 years old from Brooklyn, New York. Oh, by the way, I hate that I'm remembering this now. There is a home run derby postgame. Yeah, like anyone's going to want to watch that. The fans probably will stick around for it. First pitch outside to Kieber, 1-0. So Bogo comes in for Milliken. Noah goes 5, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, a walk, 4 Ks. 1-0 cut on and miss. Good high fastball at 90 from Bogo. It's 1-1 on Kieber. So overall, after Milliken allowed 4 in the second, you love the effort that he put on to even go 5 to be the potential winning pitcher tonight. 1-1. Kieber cuts and misses at 91, right on the inside half. Just on the corner from Bogo, it's 1-2. Great pitch from Adam Bogosian. Kieber today is 1 for 2 with a single. Part of that second inning onslaught for the Vibes. 1-2, cracked out to right field pretty deep. Santos pushed to the wall. He leaps, he cannot make the catch. It's down, it's on the warning track. This will not score a run, I don't think, as the throw comes into Buford, but it is an opposite field double for Garrett Kieber. And unfortunately, it's not the start that Bogo was hoping for, as the first two have reached a single rip to left and that double 379 feet to right. And now the tying run comes to the plate, and Tristan Garcia here in the bottom of the 6th. The corners will come in for Oakland, it seems, as Buford approaches the cut and is on the grass before backing up closer to first base. 2 in scoring position, Chenard and Kieber. Nobody out, bottom of the 6th. Vibes trying to rally after the Oakland Ballers have scored 7 unanswered runs in this game. Garcia has hit the ball hard twice today, and the lefty takes a called strike high and away that should have been ball 1. Now, I will say, that's usually a strike to any other batter, but because of the zone of Garcia, he's standing so low in his stance, that should be a ball high. 0-1, got him. He hit him, and the bases are loaded. Bogo tried to throw the breaking ball there, but missed in badly. So, can Bogo work his magic? Can he roll a double play? That would be best case scenario at some point in this inning to limit the damage. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Vibes. Tying run aboard in the bottom of the 6th after Oakland just took the lead in the top of the 6th inning. Booth, the leadoff man, now hits with the bases loaded. He's only hit into 2 double plays this year. First pitch of the righty from Bogosian is inside for a ball, 1-0. Fastball at 93 from Bogo. Part of the reason that Booth hasn't hit into many double plays is he flies out more than he grounds out. Only a few more times, but still keeps the ball in the air. 1-0. Booth takes high and tight at 93. Nowhere to put him. It's 2-0 with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Ballers lead the Vibes 7-4, but only for the moment. Booth is 0 for 3 today. Had a game-tying double on Tuesday against Zach St. Pierre. The 2-0. Booth swings and misses. That is an excellent breaking ball from Bogosian. Booth badly chased. Ball 3. It's 2-1. Safe to say he was sitting dead red right there. Chenard, Kieber, and Garcia the runners. 2-1 to Booth from Bogosian. Is hit past first into right base hit. This will score 1. Around comes Kieber. The throw from Santos towards third, and the runner goes up to second. Heads up base running from Booth. It's a 1-run ball game. 3 hits and a hit by pitch have allowed the Vibes to come within 1 against Bogosian here in the 6th. Bogosian, who was so good on Thursday in the 9th, has not been as effective today in the 6th. Trying to protect a 3-run lead. He's already given up 2 runs. Garcia at third, Booth at second, and here comes Ty Dooley trying to tie the game or put Rocky Mountain in front. Chewy's getting loose in the pen for Oakland. Open base at first. 8 on the timer. First pitch to Dooley, the lefty, is high and away for a ball. Bogosian just does not seem to have it today. The command is not there. He's thrown 7 balls to 7 strikes, and then when he has thrown it over the plate, he's given up 3 hits. 1-0, Dooley swings and shoots it foul off to the berm and left. 1-1. Dooley's 0 for 2 with a walk today. Booth's opposite field RBI single through the right side, plates 2. Garcia at third. Booth to second on the throw home, or throw to third, I should say. 1-1. Cracked foul off to the left. And Bogo could be a pitch away from a big strikeout here. You don't want Dooley to put the ball in play here if possible, because that could get the run home from Garcia. He's the tying run here in the 6th. 1-2 pitch. Dooley takes high and away. Fast, no, change up 84 off the plate. 2-2. Dooley's driven in 9 in his first 100 at-bats with the Vibes. 2-2 pitch from Bogosian. The righty fires, and Dooley stays alive, fouling it to the backstop. Dooley was significantly better at producing runs at Coastal Carolina this year. 166 at-bats, drove in 37. 2-2. Bogosian just misses outside for ball 3. Threw the changeup at 82. Dooley took it. It's a good pitch from Bogosian, and he could even throw something similar here. If he walks Dooley, the bases are loaded again. But it does not force in a run. 3-2 is fouled away to the left. 91-mile-an-hour fastball off the plate. Dooley chased ball 4. But on the other side, he stays alive. He actually started his collegiate career at Radford before going to Coastal Carolina. Payoff from Bogosian once more. 8 on the timer. Comes home. Dooley swings, fouls it back. Watch out. Watch your lips. That was fouled just to the left of the press box. 7-6 ballers. Bottom of the 6th. Chaotic game tonight. Back and forth battle from Colorado Springs. One more payoff for good measure. Dooley, the lefty, cuts and misses at 93, just at the top of the zone. An absolutely perfect pitch from Adam Bogosian for out number 1. That does not seem to be all for Bogosian. The Ballers coaching staff, Aaron Miles, Jim Diedrich, talking with Chewy hot in the pen. It seems like they want to let Bogo try his luck at Sam Linscott. Bogo's given up 3 hits in this inning. Linscott, 2 strikeouts and a double today. Right-handed batter cuts and misses badly at 92 down the middle. 0-1. Runners are Garcia and Booth, third and second respectively. Garcia at third, the tying run, with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Righty-righty battle. Bogo just threw him a fastball down the middle. Next to Linscott, the tall righty. Is swung on and laced up the middle, base hit. This will at least tie the game. Bugs comes up throwing. Runner coming home. He'll score easily. It's a go-ahead 2-run single from Sam Linscott. Vibes with 4 in the bottom of the 6th against Bogo. Take an 8-7 lead. Linscott with a 3 RBI game. He got 92 low in the zone. A much better pitch from Bogo this time, but a much worse result as Linscott brought the bat head down and struck it up the middle for a base hit. It's the 4th hit of the inning for the Vibes, and Bogo cannot protect a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Aaron Miles out, Chewy's on when you return on 860 AM The Answer. It is a rough night for Adam Bogosian. Just a third of an inning, 4 hits. He surrenders 4 runs, all earned, and he is still responsible for Lynn Scott, who just hit a 2-run single up the middle to give the Vibes the 8-7 lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Game was tied entering this inning. Ballers took a 7-4 lead, and looks like all 3 of the runs they scored were needed because the Vibes have put up 4 to take that lead right back into their hands. The new pitcher for Oakland, it is Chewy. It is Connor Richardson, number 35, making his 2nd appearance of the series. 1 1/3, 1 hit, no runs on Tuesday. 25-year-old righty out of Grand Forks, North Dakota, has a team best 2.21 ERA. 4-0, 32nd appearance, that's 2nd on the team. 2 saves, 40 2/3 innings, 6 walks, 30 Ks. His first pitch of the night to Dane Toughlin is high for a ball, 1-0. Fastball high at 88 miles an hour from Connor Richardson. Well, this is a much better ball game than we've had any of the past 3 nights. 8-7 Vibes, 1 out, runner on first. There's a foul ball off to the right. It's 8-7 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 7 combined runs in this inning after each team put up 4 in a different inning. Vibes took a 4-0 lead in the 2nd. Ballers tied it in the 4th with a 4 spot of their own. 3 in the top of this inning for Oakland, 4 now from the Vibes, and still churning. 7 on the clock. Runner goes. There's a called ball. The throw down is in time. Tagged out by Leahy is Sam Linscott. And it looks like Les Lancaster is furious, walking to Travis Schatzman, the crew chief, to say, hey, what are you doing calling him out? As it stands, Tyler Lozano catches his 10th runner stealing of the season. He's up to double figures after Lozano last season was able to catch 14 stealing. He's on track to do that again this year. 2 outs in the inning. That closes the book on Bogo. 4 earned runs, and that's all. 2-4 goes the caught stealing. It was somehow called a ball on Toughlin. It was a lot closer than I thought, but it should have been a strike. Now that one's outside, and it's 3-1. Should be 2-2. Tough call for an umpire, of course, with a runner going. Catcher's getting up out of his crouch, but still should have been called a strike. High inside corner. 3-1 to Toughlin. Breaking ball popped up just in front of me. Oh, and a young fan in a Yankees shirt, I believe, was unable to make the catch with his glove. If that is a Yankees shirt, like I thought it was at first glance, then I can understand him not making the catch. That's just sometimes what Yankee players do on fly balls. They sometimes don't make the catch. 3-2 to Toughlin is high and tight at 91, ball 4. Toughlin walks. So Chewy with a free pass issued to start his bottom of the 6th inning, but there are 2 outs after Linscott was caught stealing by Tyler Lozano. Next up, Hank Himrick. In this game, he's 1 for 3 with a double. Most players have a hit tonight for the Vibes. The only 2 without it are 2 and 4 in the order, Dooley and Toughlin. Toughlin just walked his 2nd free pass of the game. Himrick, the lefty, takes outside for a ball, 1-0. 8-7, Vibes back in front. It's the bottom of the 6th, the 2 outs. Toughlin at first. Himrick, again, a double today and 1 for 3, also with a run scored. Toughlin gets his lead at first. Chewy comes home, and the 1-0 is cut on and missed. Great pitch from Chewy. The changeup at 78 miles an hour. That one really dipped inside from Connor Richardson. 6 on the clock. Next from Chewy is popped up off to the left. That looked like some sort of cutter. It's out of play. It's 1-2. Oh, did that young fan, did she just make the catch? Without a glove? Nicely done. And notice she's not wearing a Yankees shirt. 1-2. Swung on a missed, strike 3. Chewy with a devastating changeup there for out number 3 in the bottom of the 6th. However, Rocky Mountain takes the lead. 4 runs in the inning on 4 hits, and they leave just 1. We go to the 7th inning. It's anyone's game. 8-7 Rocky Mountain over Oakland on 860 AM The Answer. It is the top of the 7th inning. It is still Morel on the hill. Trey Morel, the right-handed reliever for the Vibes. Tonight they are Las Lloronas. Lloronas for the first time, for the last time this season, actually. And here's the story behind that quickly. In 2020, the Vibes joined minor league baseball's Copa de la Diversión program with a spooky vibe. La Llorona, Llorona, is a cursed ghost mother dressed in a white gown forsaken to roam rivers and creeks throughout the Southwest in search of her lost children. They are paying tribute to popular Hispanic folklore and other spooky stories of rivers sprinkled throughout the region. Purple jerseys tonight in that vein. 93 on the outside corner to start the inning on Allgaier. 0-1. Good pitch from Morel. Also, they handed out bobbleheads tonight. I was able to get my hands on one. Not that I'll be keeping it, but I did want to inspect the box as Allgaier cuts and misses. 0-2. Again, it's the ghost woman, the ghost mother, with a face reminiscent of, well, to make things relatable, Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, the Mexican holiday celebrated near Halloween. If you understand what I'm talking about with that kind of skeletal-like face, then you know what her face is like in this bobblehead, as that's shot foul by Allgaier on 0-2. Still 0-2. Also wearing flowers in her hair, this ghost mother dressed in all white. And it says the Rocky Mountain Vibes and Red Lake Brewing Company partnered in 2024 to create the Lloronas Mexican Lager. 0-2, outside, 1-2, so I'm guessing this is sponsored. Yes, this is sponsored by Red Lake Brewing Company. Lloronas is the Vibes' alternate logo that they transform into on select games, the weeping mother mourning the loss of her children. 1-2. Allgaier, pop fly, left field, medium deep. Linscott in, makes the catch. One away. After giving up an RBI double to Tremaine Cobb Jr. and then a wild pitch scored Cobb, Morel since then strikeout looking, strikeout swinging, fly out. Not bad in relief. He's been decent against Oakland this year, Morel. 2 starts, 6 total appearances. He's got an 0-1 record against the Ballers. 8 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 9 strikeouts, and a homer allowed. That was to Davis Druick. Here's Dylan Tatum. It's high and tight, 1-0. Fastball just missed at 91, a little too tall. Five on the timer. Tatum takes a strike outside. It's 1-1. Video board had not updated. Alyssa, to my right, was on her phone, not paying attention. She does a great job otherwise. One of the few new friends I've met here in Rocky Mountain. Tatum takes high, the fastball. At 92, it's 2-1. Tatum pinch hit for Lou Helmick and almost homered to right field in the 5th, but flew out deep to Hemrick. 4 on the timer, pitch. Tatum fouls it off to the right. It's 2-2. Tatum hoping to push his hit streak to 5 games. 2 for 6 in the series with a double yesterday. 2-2 the count, 6 on the timer. From the stretch, Morel fires home, and Tatum fights it off. Bounces off some bleacher seating, and back to the first row of the bleacher seating off to the right. Still 2-2 on Tatum. Morel, the righty, 6'7", 225, 25 years old, from Loma, Colorado. Mentioned it's his 4th year in the Pioneer League. He was a 2022 champ with the Grand Junction Rockies. 2-2 again to Tatum, bounces in 3-2. You see, Morel, the Loma, Colorado native, that's 20 minutes northwest of Grand Junction, so it makes sense that he would play with the then Grand Junction Rockies in 2022, starting his pro career there. He was also high school teammates with the High Wheelers Cuba Bass. They played together at Fruta Monument High School way back in 2016. Tatum takes in 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He walks with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Great eye from Tater. And he is aboard, representing the tying run. Could this be a spot to maybe pinch run Bugsy? I don't really think so. Not quite at that point of desperation yet to try to manufacture a run. Maybe if there was nobody out in the inning, maybe if it was the 8th inning, then the Ballers would get Bugs out there to run. There's Nick Leahy, 2-run homer in the 4th. Bogo promised me 3 from Leahy tonight. He takes high at 91 for ball 1. Leahy, a 3-homer game against the Vibes in a 20-0 win against Rocky Mountain on July 5th. 1-0 toss. Leahy swings and misses late at the fastball. It came in at just 89, but on the inside corner. So 1-1 the count. Leahy 1 for 3 in the game. 3 hits in the series, including his 2-run shot the other way today. 5 on the timer. Morrell comes home. Leahy cuts and misses. Another fastball, it seemed. And it was on the inside corner at 89. Good pitch from Morrell as he tries to retire Leahy. Crowd asked to get loud here at Block Tickets Park. The video board flashes those 7 letters before this 1-2 pitch to Leahy. Decent crowd on hand. Fire going in right field. And Leahy strikes out. 90 just over the middle. And just late. Leahy 2 down. 3 strikeouts for Morrell. Here comes Mike. The Mo Show strides to the plate. Michael O'Hara, who has a single in this game. He's 1 for 3. He's also reached on an error by the pitcher. O'Hara, 3 hits in the series, including a double. 6 hits this season against Rocky Mountain and limited playing time because of injury. First pitch to Mike is fouled back, 0-1. And you look at the numbers, and the slash line is impressive, especially the average 329, the on-base 407, but you have to take it with a grain of salt because Mike's only had 76 at-bats, 25 hits. See if the lefty can deliver a 2-out hit here in the 7th. 0-1. O'Hara takes low. It's 1-1. O'Hara, the former Boise Hawk and the Danville native. Trained at the same facility as Dylan Tatum in Arizona this offseason. Took Tyler Lozano around town way back when Lozano went on a visit to Santa Clara. So he knows this team well. He's a Bay Area guy. 1-1 to O'Hara is fouled back. It's 1-2. And O'Hara could not pass up this opportunity to play for the Oakland Ballers this year. Playing with Boise last year, he said, I could feel in that 1 week he was there with Boise at Ramondi that these fans care so much. And now he's repping green and gold. 1-2, O'Hara takes low. Ball 2, 90-mile-an-hour fastball just south of the zone. It is 2-2. Runner at first, that's Tatum after his walk. Morrell hasn't given up a hit since the Cobb double. 2-2 toss. O'Hara swings and fouls it off the end of the bat. Inspecting the lumber. Does he give it a little kiss right there? He held it close to his face. He might just have given it a smooch. He was probably just inspecting it to make sure that he's good to swing it and that it won't break. 6 on the timer for Morrell. Pitch to O'Hara is outside. It's 3-2. O'Hara has worked it full. If O'Hara walks, then the go-ahead run would be on, and the tying run at second for Tyler Lozano, who has 3 hits today. Payoff pitch is next. Morrell comes home. Runner goes. O'Hara lines it past the glove of Garcia, off the glove into right. Picked up by Hemrick. Tatum to third. And Michael O'Hara has a 2-hit ball game. Just his 7th of the year due to limited playing time. But what a hit that is. And what an effort from Garcia, who tried to dive to his left to get it, and it just sprinkled off of his glove into right field. The jersey untucked for Morrell. He tucks it slightly back in as Les Lancaster. Actually, I think that's Bobby Chenard, the bench coach, coming out to talk to the pitcher Morrell before Tyler Lozano comes up. As a Bay Area native, singles his way on with 2 outs to extend this inning. It's a Central Valley native in Tyler Lozano, one of the 3 Stockton kids on the roster, with a chance to have his second 4-hit game of the series and to put the Ballers ahead after Lozano gave Oakland the 5-4 lead in the top of the 6th. Whole infield meeting for Rocky Mountain. They disperse. That is the 3rd mound visit tonight for the Vibes. They lead 8-7. It's the top of the 7th. The relievers are only going to get better from here on out for Rocky Mountain. Can Lozano get to Morrell with runners at the corners? First pitch, Lozano takes way inside. The fastball missed badly, 90 miles an hour out of the right hand of Morrell. Lozano, a right-handed batter, 2 doubles today. Last one lined into left. The tying run at third is Tatum, his old buddy. And Lozano takes a called strike. He didn't like the call, but the 92-mile-an-hour fastball did catch the bottom of the zone. It is 1-1. 2 outs. Ballers have not only the tying run at third, but the go-ahead run in O'Hara at first. Lozano the righty, Morrell the righty, the pitch. Lozano takes ball 2. That did not miss by much. It was a correct call, though, by Scott Ginger, south of the zone at 91. Good frame from Chenard, but no call. In front of a crowd of 2,862, Lozano looks to quiet them even further. And he bounces one foul of third. It's 2-2. Lozano has had so much success here at Block Tickets Park. His only 2 career triples as a pro. A 4-hit game on Tuesday. A 2-hit game Thursday. 3 knocks tonight. A first pitch go-ahead RBI double last time up. This time on 2-2. Morrell comes home, and he bounces it in there. What a stop from the catcher, Chenard. That was about, I'm going to exaggerate here, 5 feet in front of the plate, and O'Hara's down to second on the wild pitch. Tatum has to stay at third base. I talked earlier in this inning about the connection between these 3 guys. O'Hara and Tatum trained at the same facility in Arizona this offseason. Lozano was once taken on a visit by Santa Clara's own Michael O'Hara, and now it's Lozano, the pride of Stockton, trying to put Oakland in the lead with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. 8-7 game Vibes lead. 4 on the timer. Pitch to Lozano is called. The appeal to first, he did not go. Lozano takes on full count, and he walks to load him up for Davis Druick. No? Is it not Druick? Oh, I wonder if Druick might have hurt himself earlier on that play. This is Darryl Buggs. No, this is Danny Harris to hit with the bases loaded. Druick has homered off of Morrell this season. And this is the first time that I have seen Aaron Miles take out a hitter that is a righty, the same arm side as the pitcher, who's a righty. He had the matchup advantage, and he's going away from it here. That does tell me probably that something might be up with Druick. But here we go. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 8-7 Vibes. First pitch to Danny Harris is high and in, 1-0. Now, look, if you're going to bring up anyone with the bases loaded, you might as well make it a guy who has a grand slam this year and has plenty of opportunities with the bases loaded. Harris this season, 5 for 15, 333 hitter with the bases juiced. 6 on the timer. 1-0 pitch. Harris swings and misses. It was in the zone. It was a fastball at 91 on the inside corner. He couldn't quite get the hands in. It's 1-1. Bases full of ballers. Tatum, O'Hara, and Lozano. Tying run at third. Go-ahead run at second. 8-7 Vibes in the top of the 7th. 2 on the timer. Pitch to Harris. Swung on and missed. 92 on the outer half to Harris. Druick did not have a hit today. Harris did not get the start today. He does lead the team, at least entering today, with 95 hits. Can he get one here with 2 strikes and the bases loaded? Ooh, wow, not there. He fights it off. No, he did not foul it off. He missed. The ball's to the backstop. Harris reaches first.
No foul ball was called by the home plate umpire, Scott Ginger. And as of now, the game is tied. What just happened? Harris thought he fouled it off. He must have, because he didn't run down the first. The ball was to the backstop. A run scores. It's 8-8. The umpires will talk. Does the call stand? Did Harris just tie this game by striking out? Morrell has to be infuriated, the pitcher. He's walking around with his jersey untucked, blocked on his path back to the mound by the umpiring crew, standing in a trio between home plate and the mound. A huge call in this game. Foul ball or no? Did he tip it? No, he didn't. This game is tied. Les Lancaster's out. He's going to blow a fuse. He has to blow a fuse. That is possibly either one of the most controversial calls I've ever seen or one of the worst calls. Depends which way you look at it. This game is tied at 8. Wow. Danny Harris strikes out with the bases loaded, and Tatum scores. O'Hara to third, Lozano to second, and Harris reaches on Morrell's fourth strikeout. Now is Harris coming out? Yeah, they're going to send Bugs in to run in what was originally Druick's place. Well, the Ballers have tied it, and now they can take the lead with Tremaine Cobb Jr. in the bases loaded in an 8-8 game in the top of the 7th. First pitch to Cobb is a strike on the middle of the plate. It's 0-1. I mean, the Vibes are going to feel incredibly hard done by and might just protest this game. 8-8 game, 2 outs, bases loaded for the Ballers. 1-0 pitch. Cobb takes a strike. Correction, it's actually 0-2 on Trey. That just clipped the inside corner. What a weird way for the Ballers to tie the game on a drop third strike. 0-2. Pitch from Morrell. Cobb strikes out, pitch in the dirt this time. Going to home. Oh, that was quite the decision from Chenard. Why would he do that? He could have thrown to first. Instead, he got to home plate just in front of Michael O'Hara for out number 3. And this inning ends on the second drop third strike in a row. Morrell with 5 strikeouts. He strikes out 3 in the inning, and yet Oakland gets 1 on 1 hit. The bases are left loaded, and I don't even know what to say. We're all new, 8-8, heading to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch here on 860 AM The Answer. Well, this game is tied in the bottom of the 7th. How? I don't know. I'm really not sure. Here's what happened. The Ballers load the bases with 2 outs in the 7th. Danny Harris strikes out on what looked at first to be a foul tip and a foul ball that would have just kept the count alive. Instead, it was ruled that he did not contact the baseball, and therefore it was a passed ball as Chewy locates a strike at the bottom of the zone. It's 0-1. Therefore, no RBI. Harris strikes out, reaches first on the pass ball, and it's an unearned run that allows Tatum to score to tie the game at 8 in the top of the 7th. Next pitch from Chewy outside. It's 1-1 on Gary Laura Gonzalez. Bottom of the 7th inning. Let's see if other scores from around the Pioneer League are as wild as this one. 1-1 pitch. Laura Gonzalez pops up a breaking ball off to the right out of play into the stands. It is 1-2. Doubleheader sweep for the Missoula Paddleheads of the Colorado Springs Sky Sox, which means that the Paddleheads will at least pick up a game on the Ballers today, considering the Ballers, it's really, they picked up a game on the Ballers the other day, I guess you could look at it. Ballers hope to keep pace with a win tonight. And Chewy just missed right there with a breaking ball outside. Slider, 2-2. So Paddleheads win 11-6 and 9-1 in 2 7-inning games against the Sky Sox. Paddleheads trying to sweep that series. A 6-game waxing in store tomorrow possibly as Chewy misses inside with a fastball at 90. It's 3-2. Bottom of the 7th from Grand Junction, the Ogden Raptors are beating the Grand Junction Jackalopes 14-7. We have already a final tonight from Billings. Wow, 3-1 Range Riders. That's not too surprising. Luke Schaefer with the win, improves to 7-1. 3-2. That's flown into center field, shallow. Bugs now out there, the center fielder. Still running, has it, catches it. Out number 1. So something must be up with Druick. He did look like he might have hurt himself trying to run a ball down in left center field. I guess something would be wrong with him. It might be nothing. I might be imagining something. But it just doesn't seem like Druick, who is homered off of Morrell this season, would be pulled with the bases loaded. That seemed odd at the time. Fly out to center for Laura Gonzalez. Here's Austin Chenard, already 3 hits today. Hits 1 foul. 0-1. So Luke Schaefer gets the win today for Glacier. They win 3-1 at Billings. Tie game in the bottom of the 7th. Here, 8-8, but also in Idaho Falls. It's 4-4 between the Voyagers and the Chuckers. 0-1 is outside, 1-1. Good take on the breaking ball. Guess that game's now in the top of the 8th. Gary Grosjean pitching for Idaho Falls, one of the league leaders in wins. And then in Marysville, bottom of the 4th, Yuba Sutter High Wheelers 9, Boise Hawks 2. Goodness gracious. Breaking ball in for a strike, 1-2. No doubt the High Wheelers, when they play the Ballers, are going to be fighting for a playoff spot. Well, the Boise Hawks will too, but the Boise Hawks might be coming into Oakland next week, downtrodden to say the least, because the High Wheelers are having their way with the Boise Hawks. 1-2 from Chewy to Chenard. Outside, good slider from Chewy, but no chase. 79-mile-an-hour pitch off the dish. It's 2-2. Connor Richardson, a walk and a strikeout in the 6th. The flyout so far in the 7th. 1 down, base is empty. 2-2 pitch. Chenard off the end of the bat, rolls it to short. Cobb collects, has plenty of time, and gets him by 3 or 4 steps. 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Man, this is a crazy game. This is a wild one. If Les Lancaster doesn't protest this game, Mark Kahn knows that Billy Horton will in his behalf. Billy Horton, the field manager of the High Wheelers, loves a good protest. Looks like Quinn Waterhouse loosening in the pen for Rocky Mountain. That should make things interesting in the top of the 8th. Oakland has Santos, a lefty, due up, but then a righty and a switch hitter at Allgaier. Check swing, breaking ball, strike 1. Keeper went. 0-1. That also was a called strike probably right down the middle. Righty-righty battle here. 2 outs, bases empty. 8-8 game, bottom of the 7th. Chewy takes 82 and places it on the outside corner. 0-2. We could have a knockout round tonight. Normally I'd be cheering against that, but it beats a home run derby. That's for darn sure. 0-2 is sprayed into right field. Nice 2-strike approach from Keeber. He gets an outside breaking ball and punches it into right for a base hit. His 3rd hit of the night. Back-to-back 3-hit games for Garrett Keeber. over the course of his career, he struggled against Oakland, but not these last 2 days. 3 for 5 last night, 3 for 4 tonight. 2-out knock brings up Tristan Garcia. And now Aaron Miles is out, and that means the day is done for Connor Richardson because a lefty is coming up in Tristan Garcia, and Aaron Miles wants Caleb Franzen in to face him. That's it for Chewy. 2 outs, runner on first, bottom of the 7th. Ballers and Vibes tied at 8. We'll tell you about Franzen when you return on 8:60 a.m. The Answer. A new arm for Oakland in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs and a runner on for Caleb Franzen in an 8-8 game. Franzen has not pitched in nearly a week. Sunday against Yuba Sutter, an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, and no runs. The lefty, 6'3", 208, 24 years old, out of Westland, Oregon, has a 4.33 ERA. Over 27 appearances, he's got a 3-0 record, 35 1/3 innings, 34 hits, 5 walks, 37 strikeouts. First pitch to Tristan Garcia is called a strike on the outside corner. That's a slightly generous call. It did just miss the zone, but it's a reasonable call from Scott Ginger, despite what the fans may think. 0-1 to Garcia, who's been solid tonight. Strikes, swings and misses here, though. Guess you could say strikes and misses. 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Franzen, below the zone. Franzen's trying to get Garcia on 3 pitches, who has a 2-run single and a line out tonight, plus was hit by a pitch. 7 on the clock, Franzen delivers, and Garcia pokes a line drive over third, right basically where the 5-6 hole is in its definition, and it bounces into the outfield grass for a base hit. That's back-to-back 2-strike hits from Keeber and Garcia, and it brings up a righty in Carter Booth. Still, you respect the decision by Aaron Miles to bring in a lefty because Ty Dooley is the batter after Booth. And so Franzen would likely start the 8th if he can get Booth here. If he can't get Booth, he'll still probably face Dooley. 2 outs, 2 on for the Vibes 8-8 game in the 7th. First pitch to Booth, grabs the outside corner. Breaking ball at 82. It's 0-1. Chewy goes an inning and a third, 1 hit, no runs, a walk, 1 strikeout, but is responsible for Keeber at second. Franzen set near the belt. 5 on the timer. 0-1 pitch. Booth fouls it off to the right, 0-2. Let's see if Franzen can make Booth chase here. Franzen at times has found himself to be a bit too over the middle. That 91-mile-an-hour fastball that he just threw to Booth was on the outer half. And the 0-2 pitch from the lefty Franzen is high and outside. That's good. Almost bad. It almost was a wild pitch. But you like to see the Franz waste a little bit instead of just trying to pump the zone with strikes. That's his first ball thrown compared to 5 strikes. And his 1-2 to the right-handed hitting Booth is inside and low. Good pitch from Franzen. Threw him a breaking ball. Didn't get the chase, though, and it's 2-2. Now, if you're Franzen, you want to paint here against Booth, who's 1 for 4 today. RBI single last inning. 2-2 toss from Franzen. Booth takes strike 3. Challenged, and it was indeed low and inside. That's the first challenge of the game for Rocky Mountain, and they chose a good spot to use it in. as it is, instead of strike 3, ball 3. That just missed. It wasn't a horrible call from Scott Ginger. Again, he's been up and down tonight. Some bad calls, some good ones. The Vibes fans despise him at this point, I think it's fair to say, after the Ballers tied the game on a drop third strike. Now, Booth is trying to put the Vibes back in front. Runners will go. 3-2 two-out pitch in a tie game is inside, and this is not going to be called a strike. It's ball 4, and that's a rare walk for Caleb Franzen. The bases are full of Vibes. Bases loaded for Rocky Mountain. Bottom of the 7th. After Franzen walks just his 6th batter all year. It's Ty Dooley, a lefty, batting with the bases full. A great 2-out rally being put on now by Rocky Mountain. The first pitch to Dooley is in for ball 1. Almost looked like he leaned into the fastball there in 89. It just missed, though. It did not hit him. Dooley today is 0 for 3 with a walk. 9 RBI through 26 games for Rocky Mountain. 7 on the timer. 1-0 pitch. Dooley checks his swing, takes a strike. 81-mile-an-hour pitch. Looks like a breaking ball from Franzen on the outer half. It's 1-1. The runners, Kieber, Garcia, and Booth. The 1-1 pitch from Franzen. Dooley taps it foul off the ankle of Tyler Lozano. Oh, no. He is in severe pain on the ground, sheds the catcher's mask, now trying to get up and put some weight on that ankle. He was writhing on his back for a bit. Now he stands up. He's able to put weight on it. That's a good sign. Athletic trainer out. And so is Aaron Miles to check on his catcher. That was a good pitch from Franzen, 90 miles an hour on the outer half to the lefty Dooley. But Lozano is going to need a breather after being contacted by a ball on the right ankle. That foul ball just got him where he does not have any protection. He's got a mask, a full-on catcher's helmet. He got a chest protector. He has the leg protectors, the shin guards, if you will, leg guards. But he does not have an ankle guard, not on the inside of the ankle. And now, with the bases loaded in a tie game 8-8 in the bottom of the 7th, it's Dooley, it's Franzen. The 1-2 pitch. Breaks in, called a ball. Oh, that just missed. Wow. 83-mile-an-hour breaking ball just inside. Good no challenge from Tyler Lozano. Ballers down to their last challenge. Now the 2-2 with 2 outs. Franzen fires. And he got him looking. Dooley knew it. He was walking back to the dugout before the ball even crossed home plate. And Franzen leaves him loaded in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th. Tied at 8 on 860 AM The Answer. It's once again time for the Magic 8 Ball. No, I'm just kidding. It's the 8th inning, and we're tied at 8. It feels like a time where the Magic 8 Ball would be in use because that's where it's been employed the last 3 days in blowouts. But even though it's 8-8 in the 8th, there is no Magic 8 Ball tonight, but there is a new pitcher for the Rocky Mountain Vibes. I'm Nevada Cullen. Vince is our producer on 860 AM The Answer. Trey Morrell is done. Enter Quinn Waterhouse for the 3rd time in this series. Now, how does he look pitching on, I believe, yes, back-to-back days? Let's see. Waterhouse with Boise this year. The lefty, 6'4", 215 from Bondurant, Iowa, had a 7.65 ERA, a 1-2 record, 26 appearances, 5 saves, 42 1/3 innings, 22 walks, 38 Ks. Waterhouse this series has allowed just 1 hit and no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts over 2 innings of work. Debuting for Rocky Mountain on Tuesday, pitching again last night, and pitching on back-to-back nights, he faces Isai Santos to start the 8th. The first pitch is a 91-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Trey Morrell, in the end, goes an inning and 2/3. He gives up 2 hits and 2 runs, only 1 earned. 2 walks, 5 Ks as Santos takes outside the fastball at 92. A great outing for Morrell, but unfortunately he blows the lead, and you can't really blame him. It was on a drop 3rd strike. 1-1 to Isai Santos from Waterhouse. It is high. It is ball 2. Okay, well, if the Ballers are going to get anyone in this Rocky Mountain pen, it figures to be Waterhouse, because this season he's given up a 7-run inning against Oakland. That was 1 outing. Next to Santos' swung on miss, 2-2. And he's also allowed 3 runs, 2 earned over 3 2/3 on June 27th. That was not as bad. It was that 7-run inning on June 25th. That was the big bad inning for Waterhouse against the Ballers in a 17-7 Oakland win. 2-2 toss is next. Santos strikes out. 93, top of the zone. Good luck. 1 down, top of the 8th. It's Buford next. Waterhouse flashing back to June 25th, that 7-run 4th. He faced 10 Ballers. Started with Dylan Tatum, who singled, then Tyler Lozano singled. Trey Cobb reached on an error. Isai Santos had a 2-run double against Waterhouse. Sadly, Santos can't get it done this time. Druick walked. Harris had an RBI single. Almanza struck out, but Buford had a 3-run triple. And Buford gets thrown behind. Did he get hit? Yes. It breezed by him and apparently caught him in the pant leg. Waterhouse threw 89 behind Buford and just scraped him, as Reed Butts appears to be the bat boy tonight for Oakland, retrieving his stuff. Also, RBI single by Lou Helmick in that inning for Waterhouse, as he now faces Jake Allgaier, who is not a member of the Oakland Ballers at that point. It's the 8th inning, the top of the 8th. We're tied at 8. There's 1 out in the inning. And here is Jake Allgaier, who does not have a hit today. And the switch-hitting righty takes 89 right down the middle. Good pitch from Waterhouse, the fastball. Nothing in 1. Next pitch low. That was a changeup from Waterhouse. It's 1-1. Allgaier has had a good series. 4 for 13, 7-game hit streak. That's on the line here, though, in the 8th. 1-1 with Buford at first base. Allgaier swings and bounces it to second. Double play chance. The ball is bobbled. The tag is applied. The throw to first in time for a double play. Nice job by Garcia right there, has to be said, to turn that 4-3 twin killing. Tagging out Buford after bobbling the initial ground ball, and then Allgaier grounds out, and it is a scoreless 8th inning for Quinn Waterhouse. Bottom of the 8th. Franzen back out when you return for Oakland. It's 8-8 Ballers and Vibes on 860 AM The Answer. Tie game, 8-8, bottom of the 8th. Ballers 8, Lloronas 8. That's the Vibes tonight, wearing their purple jerseys, their Hispanic heritage uniforms. Tie game. Caleb Franzen will face 3, 4, and 5. Tough battle here in the 8th for Franzen, facing a righty in Linscott, a righty in Tofflin, then a lefty in Himrick. But this is still, it's just a good chance for Franzen to prove that he is the left-hander to pitch in these late game, close game scenarios for Oakland. Trying to keep this game tied at 8 in the bottom of the 8th. I'm Nevada Cullen. Vince is back in our 860 AM The Answer studios. Thanks for tuning in on this Saturday night. First pitch, hack fly ball left field, high in the sky. O'Hara goes back and then comes in, camped underneath, makes the two-handed squeeze for out number 1 on pitch number 1 from Franzen. That had a high hang time on it. Let's see. How long exactly did it hang up in the air? How about 6.3 seconds? That had some real trajectory off the bat of Linscott. 1 down, bottom of the 8th, 8-8 game, Ballers and Vibes. Quick version of Where Are They Now as we look at one former baller. Tyler Davis pitched tonight for the Birmingham Barons in a 5-4 loss to the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. Great season, though, for Birmingham. First pitch is called low, 91. It is a ball, 1-0 on Tofflin. Birmingham 68-45. Unfortunately, Tyler Davis got the loss tonight and is now somehow 0-7. But he went an inning and a third, just 2 hits allowed, 1 earned run. Ground ball past third, just foul. Man, Tofflin thought maybe it was fair. Anyway, 1 earned run over an inning and a third for Davis. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Tyler Davis' ERA this year, 3.63. He's having a really good year despite being 0-7 for Birmingham. That's one former baller who played for the Ballers and now is in minor league baseball affiliated, playing for the Birmingham Barons. It's 1-1 on the right-handed hitting Tofflin in a tie game with 1 out, bases empty in the 8th. That's way outside from Franzen. 81 out of his hand. The changeup slipped. It's 2-1. Tofflin has walked and also been hit by a pitch tonight. Otherwise, he's 0 for 2. His 5-game hit streak on the line in this plate appearance. 4 on the clock. And that's fouled away. Watch your lips again. Off to the right, out of bounds. 2-2. Tofflin, second-year Vibe, third year in the Pioneer League. He was a Pioneer League champ in 2023 with Ogden. This year, he's leading Rocky Mountain in RBI with 59, walks with 44. And he stands in from the right side, wearing that purple Joronas jersey. Franzen in baller green and gold, their road uniform. 2-2 toss. Tofflin fouls it back once more. Count remains even. Vibes led 4-0 after 2. Ballers tied it in the top of the 4th with 4 runs of their own. Then took the lead with 3 runs in the 6th. Vibes took the lead with 4 runs in the 6th. As Franzen hits Tofflin on 2-2, threw him a breaking ball, got him in the foot. Hope Tofflin's okay. And for the Vibes, they'll take that because it means that the go-ahead run is on. Tofflin looks in pretty decent pain here as he's checked on by his coaches. Looks like Ernie Yake is maybe the first base coach right now for Rocky Mountain. It's either him or Anthony Ray. No, that's not Anthony Ray. Anthony Ray is the hitting and outfielders coach. That is Ernie Yake, the first base coach. Led the Vibes last year with a .365 batting average. He's walking alongside his former teammate in Tofflin. And Les Lancaster is also checking on Tofflin, who's stomping the clay to make sure that that left foot is okay, really shaking it off. Now, is Tofflin going to be run for here? Who do the Vibes have on the bench to run? I'm not sure they have anyone. Kellum Clark out of the lineup for a second straight day. He's been battling an undisclosed illness this season. We do hope and pray for his recovery from said illness. Clearly, it's something that's just been bothering him for some time now this season. Here's Hank Himrick with the go-ahead run at first in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out. Himrick, a double today. He's 1 for 4. Lefty-lefty battle. First from Franzen. A check swing. Called a ball. Did he go? No. It's 1-0. Good breaking ball from Franzen, but no chase from Himrick. 23-year-old from Des Moines. Himrick swings and fouls one off on a line. One hops off a child on the berm. Oh, no. Oh, that hit him in the hand. Oh, I hope he's okay. That one must have really stung. An older kid, but still. 1-1. Himrick swings and misses. Good breaking ball from Franzen. 1-2. Now Gary Laura Gonzalez is next. And it looks like Sully's in the pen. My guess is this is the last batter for Caleb Franzen with 3 righties due up. 6 on the timer. How does Franzen finish his day? How about with a K? In the dirt. Batter out. Runner is at first base in Toplin. Himrick tried to run down there, but he strikes out on a pitch in the dirt. It does seem like Franzen's going to get Gary Laura Gonzalez here. Aaron Miles is on the edge of the dugout. No, I was right. I should have stuck with my gut. Aaron Miles out. It is Sully time here in Colorado Springs. In a tie game, 8-8, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. And Franzen was just what he needed to be in relief today, keeping this game tied. We'll tell you about Sully and Franzen's line when you return on 860 AM The Answer. Ballers need to get 4 outs to win this game or force the knockout round. It's tied at 8 in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 outs in the frame. Toplin at first. Gary Laura Gonzalez and his power hitting bat due up. So the Ballers go to Connor Sullivan. Sully, 15 saves. The Ballers' single season record ineligible for a save in this game due to the situation. The game tied at 8. He picked up a save, his 15th, on Tuesday. 2 hits, no runs allowed in an inning of work. Sully, a 4.59 ERA. For the 6'5 righty, 24 years old, from Martinez, California. And Sully has made now 34 appearances this season as soon as he throws a pitch in this game. 0-1, 33 1/3 innings and 15 saves, 13 walks, 38 Ks. He's a second-year baller. And against Rocky Mountain this season, 7 appearances, 3 saves, 6 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 9 strikeouts. All earned runs came on July 9th. The other 6 outings, he has not allowed an earned run against Rocky Mountain. So, here we go. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Righty-righty battle. Sully and Laura Gonzalez. First pitch is off the fist, flared to second. There's out number 3. 1 pitch, 1 out for Sully. You could not ask for a better start to his outing than that right there. No pressure whatsoever. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left for the Vibes. They leave the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 8th. So, the final frame after a rain delay to start is just a minute away here from Colorado Springs. 8-8 your score. New pitcher for the Vibes. We'll tell you who it is when you return on 860 AM The Answer. Final frame has arrived from Colorado Springs. Your score, 8-8. Ain't it great? Top of the ninth, it'll be Tatum, Leahy, and O'Hara due up to face Hunter Bryan on for Quinn Waterhouse, who threw a scoreless 1-2-3 eighth with a hit by pitch but a double play, struck out one, and Hunter Bryan comes on for the third time in this series. Pitched on Tuesday and Thursday against the Ballers, pitching the ninth and the eighth. Hunter Bryan is making his 33rd appearance of the year. 4.95 ERA, 2-3 record, 10 saves. He is the team's closer. 40 innings, 37 hits, 17 walks, 53 strikeouts. Second year in the PBL, was with Grand Junction last year, was one of their best pitchers, and now is a Rocky Mountain Vibe. Tuesday, an inning, 2 hits, an earned run, a walk, a strikeout. Thursday, an inning, 1 hit, no runs, 2 punch-outs. And so, can the Ballers, like they did Tuesday, get a run to take the lead against this right-handed pitcher, Hunter Bryan? Bryan, 24 years old, 6 foot 195, from Visalia, California. Now late getting out there, the catcher, which was Chenard. I think there might be a change behind the dish, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that was a change. We'll try to figure that out as the game goes along, but here we go. Top of the ninth. Here is Dylan Tatum. First pitch from Bryan, outside, 1-0. Bases empty. Tatum leading off the top of the ninth inning. 8-8 your score. I'm Nevada Cullen, Vince in our 860 AM The Answer studios. Thanks for tuning in on this Saturday night. Finally a close game after 3 straight blowouts. Either way. 1-0. Tatum cranks it. Left field. Kiss it goodbye. Another go-ahead Tatum Tater in the ninth. 9-8 in the ninth. Tatum goes yard for the 19th time this season. And boy, did he smoke it. Second pitch of the inning, Tatum stops on home with an emphatic solo bomb. Wow. 19 on the year for Dylan Tatum. You come at the king, you best not miss. 94, middle in. A little bit low in the zone. Nick Leahy takes high. It's 1-0. Fastball from Bryan. I just got an alert that the sound levels hit 90 decibels. I wonder if that was from my voice. 1-0. Swing and a miss from Leahy. It's 1-1. 107 off the bat of Tatum. That was torched. It went 422 feet as Leahy takes a strike, 1-2. Launch angle of 29 degrees. That's just giving you all the things you don't really care about. What a swing from Dylan Tatum. He got a middle in, low inside fastball, I should say, and dropped the bat head on it. 1-2 pitch. Leahy takes in. That's ball 2. Base is empty. Nobody out. Ballers lead 9-8 in the top of the ninth. Dylan Tatum with the solo shot. I mentioned another go-ahead home run in the ninth. Remember Kalispell? That Tatum Tater the other way against Rain Supple as Leahy takes outside 3-2. That, you flash back to earlier in July the 20th, about a month ago, a go-ahead 2-run homer on the first pitch he saw in the ninth inning. Payoff to Leahy from Hunter Bryan is fouled back to the screen, 3-2. Well, this one was just 2 pitches in the at-bat. This was right away. Tatum greeted him with that solo shot, that laser down the line. The 19th Tatum Tater of the year. He's tied for 10th in the Pioneer League in bombs. He's second on the team. And somebody signed this kid again. He was with the Twin system before this. Payoff again to Leahy, and he takes ball 4. What an at-bat. He nonchalantly spins the bat back towards the Oakland dugout. He's no doubt proud of his work there. A 2-run homer for him in the 4th inning. Now a walk in the 9th as the Vibes closer was trying to send this game to the knockout round, or I should say, trying to keep this game tied so his team could walk it off in the bottom of the inning. And yes, that's still possible. But, man, this was not the start he was hoping for. He's now given up 3 earned runs to Oakland this year. Here's Michael O'Hara. First pitch to the lefty is an outside strike at 94. Ballers still have their last challenge. That was not a pitch to use it on, though. If this is a game-winning homer from Dylan Tatum, as the 0-1 pitch comes in from Bryan to O'Hara, it's low and away. It would be the second game-winning hit allowed by Bryan against the Ballers, as he was the one pitching in the 8th inning when Lou Helmick had his game-winning RBI single in the game in which the Ballers won the first half title on July 10th. 6 on the timer, 1-1 toss. O'Hara swings and powers it foul to left field near the berm. It drops in the middle of some young fans who now have a souvenir. A Dylan Tatum Tater. A solo shot to lead off this inning has Oakland in front 9-8. Nobody out. 1-2 pitch with a runner on first from Bryan to O'Hara, the lefty. The righty comes home, and O'Hara takes in the dirt. The changeup at 87. It's 2-2. Hard throwing righty Bryan. We've seen him throw it up to 95 miles an hour in this inning. So even though the changeup's 87, that's still a big enough difference in pitch speed to throw off a hitter. 5 on the timer is 2-2 pitch to O'Hara with Leahy at first base. Is swung on and driven into the gap, left center field and down. O'Hara has an extra base hit. Leahy stops at third. The Ballers are clicking on all cylinders in the 9th. Home run, walk on a 3-2 pitch. O'Hara on 2-2, doubles the other way, and Michael O'Hara has a 3-hit game, tying his season high. How about these Ballers? How do they respond from adversity? Well, they have shown it in this series. 16-1 loss on Wednesday. Then they win 17-4 on Thursday. They get embarrassed yesterday 14-4 with a late vibe surge. And now they lead 9-8 in the 9th on a go-ahead Tatum solo shot down the left field line. And now Leahy at third. O'Hara doubles him to third. He's at second. Here's Tilo. Infield in. First pitch hack at a breaking ball misses. 0-1. And how about Lozano today? I mean, he has been incredible. 3 hits and a walk, has not been retired. Trying to put on some insurance for Oakland. 0-1 pitch. Lozano chops it over third. It's called foul. That hit fair. It hit inside the chalk. Aaron Miles is pointing it out. Travis Schatzman was watching the ball over his head but didn't see it hit inside the line. What in the world? It doesn't matter where it crosses the bag if it lands in fair territory. If it lands fair, it's a fair ball. Oh, my. Lozano can still get it done, but Aaron Miles is going to avoid being thrown out of this game, angrily walking back to the third base box. It's 0-2 on Lozano. That was a hit taken out of his hands. A 4-hit game on Tuesday. Infield drawn in for the Vibes with 2 in scoring position. Nobody out in the 9th. 9-8 Ballers. 0-2 pitch popped up behind home. Will it stay in play? No. Falls in to the bleachers, the chairback seats, I should say, about 10 rows up behind home. Wow. Travis Schatzman, the crew chief. I would say, I don't know umpiring, but I would guess made a rookie mistake right there. The ball really just bounced over his head. You got to track the baseball down the line. Someone's got to. 0-2. Lozano launches! Left field and deep! This is down! Lozano coasts into second base. Now he's going for third. The throw is dropped, and it's loose in the infield. Lozano with the double, the 2-run double, and the Ballers are up 11-8. Good thing Travis Schatzman called it foul. Tyler Lozano adds insurance in the 9th. His 4th hit of the game. His second 4-hit game of the series. Oakland 11, Rocky Mountain 8. Have yourself a series, Tyler Lozano. He has picked up 10 hits in 14 at-bats this series in Rocky Mountain. What a ninth inning for Oakland. Blasted that one into the gap in left center field. Did Tyler Lozano. Got the fastball at 94 right down center and did not miss it. Now Aaron Miles is calm because of that hit, and he's having Travis Schatzman explain his call to Aaron. Now, I have no doubt that Travis Schatzman saw it foul over the bag, but that ball did land fair. And in the end, the Ballers catch a break, and now, oh no, this is not good for the vibes because Hunter Bryan is calling the athletic trainer out. Bobby Chenard is the one, I think, that's checked on him out of the Vibes dugout. Les Lancaster going to go check on his closer, and that is not a good sign for Bryan. I sincerely hope he's okay. Oakland leads 11-8. What a start to this ninth inning for the Ballers. How many more runs do the Ballers need to score for Connor Sullivan to get the rest of the game off? He ended the eighth. I don't think they would. They don't have anyone up at this point. But if the Ballers were to score some more in this frame, you might consider bringing someone else in. But someone else will need to be brought in for the Rocky Mountain Vibes because Hunter Bryan is unfortunately injured and has to leave this ball game. Prayers up for Hunter Bryan. We hope he's okay. But he will have to come out. New pitcher will come in for the Vibes, and whoever it is will have as much time as they need to warm up. The Ballers get 3 runs in the top of the ninth, and they're still not done. Nobody out. 11-8 lead in the top of the ninth inning for the Ballers over the Vibes. We'll be right back on 860 AM The Answer. Oh, no 8-ball 8th inning tonight. Sorry, Ethan. Yeah, only when it's 8 runs or more. Just because the score is 8-8 in the 8th does not mean it's a magic 8-ball 8th. Sorry, I got my good buddy Ethan in the booth with me here on 860 AM The Answer. Bye, Ethan. The score is 11-8. The Ballers lead in the top of the ninth in a wacky back-and-forth game. Unfortunately, the game has taken sort of a sad turn for Rocky Mountain because Hunter Bryan is out of the game with an apparent injury. So in comes Wyatt Tucker to try and stop the bleeding. He will get as much time as he needs to warm up here in the top of the ninth. Home run by Tatum to start the inning, the go-ahead blast. Walk from Leahy. O'Hara doubles, and Lozano hits the 2-run double. So it's no outs recorded for Bryan. He allows 3 hits and gives up 3 earned runs. Still responsible for the runner at second. That's Lozano. 1 walk, no strikeouts for Hunter Bryan. Enter Wyatt Tucker. Tucker making his 3rd appearance of the series. Still loosening. Tuesday in a 7-5 loss for Rocky Mountain. He got the loss. An inning and a third, 3 hits, an earned run, and a strikeout. Friday against the Ballers, 2 innings, a hit, an earned run, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. His 7th appearance against Oakland. He has 1 start, 0-1 record, 14 innings, 16 hits, 12 runs, 10 earned, with 7 of those earned runs coming in his 1 start against Oakland, and 17 strikeouts for the righty. 6'3", 215, 25 years old, out of Nacogdoches, Texas. .501 ERA for Tucker, 2-4 record, 24 appearances, 2 starts, 41 in the third innings, 42 hits, 29 walks, and 53 strikeouts. Oh, no wonder I'm warm. I was wondering, I'm like burning up in this press box. My fan is turned off. Oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. Wyatt Tucker, 41 in the third innings this season, 29 walks, 53 strikeouts. Righty again, getting as much time as he wants to warm up because of the injury to Hunter Bryan, who could not get an out in this top of the 9th inning. Wyatt Tucker also, I should mention, teammates with Carson Lambert at Texas A&M in 2023 and teammates with Chandler David at Sam Houston State at 2024. 2 former ballers. Also spent a summer in 2021 with the Matsu Miners of the Alaska League, as did Vibes broadcaster Jesse Cook in 2023. And he is finally just about done warming up. Again, because of an injury to a pitcher, you get as much time to warm up as you want. And Tucker is basically throwing an entire bullpen out here. As we have passed 10 o'clock local time because of the long game and the weather delay, we did not start this game until 6:50 local. 20 minutes late, the start from Rocky Mountain. Still an important at bat here. Even though the Ballers have taken an 11-8 lead, they can really open it up if they can score some more. And here is Darryl Buggs, the second, hitting for the first time today with the infield in and a runner at third. He takes in for ball 1 at 80. The breaking ball actually just missed low from Tucker. Lozano doubled, then advanced to third on, I think, what will be in. No, it's ruled a triple. Okay. Buggs swings, lasers one, right center field. It is caught, but it's a sacrifice fly as Lozano can jog in. Darryl Buggs, the second, gets the job done. 351 feet to right field. He ambushed a 92-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle and did exactly what he needed to do. That closes the line on Hunter Bryan. It's now 4 earned runs against him, and Tucker gets the first out of the inning. An F9, a sac fly, and an RBI for Buggsy. Not bad for Buggs. Buggs has now driven in this series 6 runs. We see you, Buggs. 12-8 Ballers, 1 out. Top of the 9th. Tremaine Cobbs Jr. takes low. It's 1-0. This game has been whack. I mean, nutso. 4 runs in the second, the Vibes took the lead. 4 runs in the fourth, the Ballers tied it. Would it be a close game after that? You bet. As Cobb swings and misses, it's 1-1. The Ballers would score 3 in the 6th to jump out to the lead. The Vibes would snatch the lead right back with 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Then Oakland tied it on a controversial play, a swing and a miss by Danny Harris. Everyone thought it was a foul tip. It was not called that, and he reached and a run scored on the drop third as Cobb shoots one to short. Keeper on one hop, the backhand throw to first, picked out. Put it on SportsCenter. 6-3 put out for out number 2. Keeper to Tofflin. Dynamite on both ends of that one. Bases empty, 2 outs. Top of the 9th. Ballers up 12-8. So after the Ballers tied it in the top of the 7th, we entered the 9th. Looked like Dylan Tatum might provide the only run of the 9th inning with that solo laser, but the Oakland offense just kept hitting. Leahy walked on 3-2. O'Hara doubled on 2-2. Isai Santos takes a ball low at 93. It's 1-0. And then a 2-run double by Tyler Lozano. 2-run triple, actually, according to the ruling. That's his 3rd professional triple. All of them here at Block Tickets Park over his 2 years as a baller. Isai Santos takes outside. It's 2-0. But after the 2-run triple by Lozano, it was 11-8. Bryan had to exit the game because of an injury. Now it's Wyatt Tucker who has recorded 2 straight outs. But the 2-0 to Santos is in the dirt. It's 3-0 on Isai, who's 1 for 5 tonight, but his one was a big one, a 2-run double in the 4th that at the time tied the game at 4. Ballers looking to take a 3-2 series lead here in Colorado Springs going into Sunday. Santos takes 90, apparently a ball. That was a strike, though, inside corner. That was a bad call from Scott Ginger. Been a rough night from the umpiring crew. Both teams have had their qualms. But it has to be said that it's hurt the Ballers less. Because the ball down the line for Lozano He ended up still driving in both runs with a booming triple. Santos goes on the first pitch. It's high. The throw is way offline, and Santos swipes his 7th base of the year on ball 1 to Buford. Ballers trying to manufacture another insurance run. Get Santos into scoring position with 2 away. Buford 2 for 4 in the game. 7 multi-hit games now against the Vibes this year. He's driven in 16. Cuts and misses at the fastball up. 93 above the zone. 1-1. 12-8 Ballers in the top of the 9th inning. It was 8-8 entering. It's not anymore. Buford was hit by a pitch on a pitch behind him last time by Waterhouse. Takes a strike here. 93. That was in. Buford wants to challenge but won't. He knows it's not worth it. Ballers know they need to save that challenge for the bottom of the 9th just in case. It looks like that's Silly out in the pen, probably just throwing a few more warm-up pitches. Pitch in the dirt, 2-2 on Buford. I mean, Silly's really had to. It's almost like he came in trying to keep the game tied, of course, going for the win. Now it's almost like it's a whole new outing for Silly, and he's going for the quote-unquote save in the bottom of the 9th with the Ballers up 12-8. 2-2 with 2 outs from Tucker. Buford bounces it, third base foul, just to the left of the bag. It bounces around in the Ballers bullpen and then back into the field of play, just down the left field line. Ballers sending their 8th man to the plate this inning in Cam Buford. Home run by Tatum, 2-run triple by Tyler Lozano. The 2 big knocks in the frame for Oakland, then a bug sac fly. Santos at second. 2-2 swung on and missed. Fastball off the plate, 93 from Tucker. Actually was on the outside corner. And Buford strikes out for the 2nd time today. Tucker gets the K to stop the bleeding in the 9th for Rocky Mountain. But Oakland takes the lead. First it was Dylan Tatum with his 19th homer of the year. And then it was Tyler Lozano's 2-run triple. Blew it a little further open after a bug sack fly. It is 12-8 Oakland. And Sully will try to get the last 3 outs in the bottom of the 9th. 8:60 a.m. The Answer. Bottom of the 9th, Sully needs 3 more outs to not send the game to a knockout round. No, the objective now is to seal a 12-8 win. That's right. Oakland has scored 4 in the 9th. They score 4 because of a Dylan Tatum homer, a 2-run triple by Tyler Lozano, his 3rd pro triple, all here in Colorado Springs, and then a bug sac fly. Sully will face 7, 8, and 9. Chenard, Kieber, and Garcia due up in the frame, and the first pitch of the inning is fouled away to the right, 0-1. This game has taken a total tone shift. The 4-run inning for Oakland, plus knocking Hunter Bryan, the closer, out of the game with an apparent injury, has really zapped the energy out of this Block Tickets Park crowd of short of 3,000. Chenard takes high, 1-1. And don't get me wrong, it'll only take 1 hit for this crowd to get right back into it. And if anyone's going to provide one, it's Chenard, who's 3 for 4 today with a double. 1-1 from Silly. Is line past the dive of Cobb into left center field, and the Vibes have life in the 9th. The 14th hit of the game for Rocky Mountain, equaling Oakland's total. And Chenard is aboard Vibes still need a couple more base runners as Garrett Kieber comes up next. He's also a likely candidate to get on after Chenard records a 4-hit game. Kieber's looking for one of his own, a double and 2 singles to his name so far. Righty-righty matchup, Silly and Kieber. First pitch to Kieber, bends in high and in for ball 1. That was the fastball actually at 90 from Silly, who wants a new baseball, tossing that one aside to the Rocky Mountain dugout off to his left. My right. It's on the first base side. 1-0 pitch. Kieber lines it right field, base hit. This could be into the corner. Santos trying to cut it off. He can, and that is going to hold Kieber to a single. That's an important play right there by Santos. It could mean a double play ball for Oakland if they're lucky. But Kieber and Chenard each have 4-hit games. Kieber's collected 7 hits over the past 2 days. No action in the pen for Oakland. This is Silly's game to finish. He's got to keep Garcia off the bases if possible. You want to prevent that tying run from getting to the plate in the 9th inning, if at all possible. Silly got a line out from Laura Gonzalez to end the 8th. Up and down now as he starts the 9th, as he misses outside 1-0 with the slider. It can be so tough for a relief pitcher to finish one inning and then start the next. Those up-downs can be killer. Back-to-back hits for the Vibes to start the bottom of the 9th. They trail by 4. Garcia, the lefty, takes ball too high. Garcia's collected 2 hits today. Oh, actually, the Ballers have... What is that? It says on the board 16 hits, but the official line score has him at 14. I'll have to check that later. Vibes have 15 hits. Next to Garcia, line foul. Oh, watch out. Oh, no. Just missed the Ballers dugout. I mean, it went into the Ballers dugout. It just missed. It looked like hitting anyone. Square. 2-1 on Garcia. Lefty crouched in that stance. Just stands 5'5". Pitch from Silly's fouled back. It's now 2-2. Nobody out. Runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 9th for the Vibes. They've led in this game 4-0 and 8-7. They trail 12-8. Chenard and Kieber, the runners. 9-hitter Garcia, the 2-2 pitch. He takes high, 3-2. It was well north of the zone, partially because of the crouch stance of Garcia. But the count is full, and Silly does not want to walk Garcia, who's now on a 6-game hit streak. 2 singles today. 3-2. Garcia taps it towards first, foul. That's picked up by Ernie Yake, the first base coach for Rocky Mountain, who's looking for a fan to throw it to and finds a young fan with a glove. Nice gesture. Garcia's now driven in 9 against the Ballers this season. A 2-run single in the 2nd, way back when against Noah Milliken. Payoff from Silly. Garcia pops up foul. Out of play, left side. That's onto the concourse between, or I should say maybe the aisle between the chairback seats and the bleachers in the third base stands. Garcia fighting. One more payoff pitch from Silly. He got him swinging. Big pitch from Silly. He went with the fastball just north of the zone and got the chase from Garcia. 1 away, 2 outs to get for Silly in the 9th. Still 2 aboard on the corners for the Vibes. Silly picks up his first strikeout of the series. Now he faces Carter Booth. Booth, 1 for 4 today. Right-handed batter against the righty, Silly. First pitch, hack, swing and a miss at the slider at 82, 0-1. Silly finally gets to face another righty after having to battle with Garcia for eons, the lefty. Lefties do hit Silly better than righties on the season. 0-1 pitch. Popped up, infield. Nope, outfield. This could be a tough play. Leahy backing up. Has it. Makes the catch with 1 glove. No supporting hand. There's 2 down. The Ballers are 1 out away from victory. Silly against... Oh, you know what? I misspoke. It's reverse splits for Sully this year, believe it or not. Even after that long at bat for Garcia. Righty's hitting 241 against Connor Sullivan. Lefty's 163. And now he gets a lefty in Ty Dooley, who is 0 for 4 today. Ballers up 12-8. Runner goes to second. That is defensive indifference. And a strike. It's 0-1. 2 outs. 12-8 ballers. Bottom of the ninth. 0-1 pitch. Dooley takes low and away. It's 1-1. How about the comeback from Oakland? They trailed 4-0 in this game. They tied it. They trailed 8-7 after taking the lead. They blew a lead. Dooley fouls one off to the left. It's 1-2. The ballers are a strike away. They tie the game in the bottom of the seventh on a drop third strike. And now the Oakland Ballers are a pitch away from win 59. 1-2. Line into center field base hit. This could score 2 and very well should. Bugs picks it up and throws it in, and Sully allows a pair to score on the third hit of the inning. So there will be drama because the Vibes will send a righty and Linscott to the plate. As the tying run, it's 12-10. Oakland still leads Rocky Mountain in the bottom of the ninth after that 2-run single up the middle by Dooley, his first hit of the game. Linscott already has a 2-run single today and an RBI double. He's 2 for 5. Sully trying to keep the Ballers in front and seal this game. 12-10 they lead. First pitch to Linscott outside, 1-0. The fastball at 92 missed badly. Ballers lead 12-10 over the Vibes. Game 5 of a 6-game set in Colorado Springs. 12-10 Ballers. 1-0 pitch to Linscott. Breaking ball in for strike 1. Did Linscott challenge? No, he thought about it though. It's 1-1. Rocky Mountain wants to make the playoffs. They're on the outside looking in. The Ballers want win 59. They won 58 games last year. 1-1. Linscott laces it, left center field. Bugs, does he have it? Yes, he does! A headlong dive to seal the 12-10 win for Oakland. Darryl Buggs the second. Superman saves the day. Robbing Linscott of a base hit that would have put the tying run aboard for the Vibes in the ninth. Instead, highway robbery for Darryl Buggs the second. And the Ballers reach win number 59, surpassing their win total from all of 2024. 12-10 your final. Sully just does close it out, and the Ballers come back to win in Colorado Springs. They take a 3-2 series lead, and they beat the Vibes by the skin of their teeth, 12-10. Bugs the hero in the ninth with a ridiculous catch, diving into the gap in left center. And the Ballers are victorious. It's Home Run Derby time. We're going to send it to a post-game show and then wrap up the broadcast here on 860 AM The Answer. We're going to roll with a couple segments on the post-game show today because there is a home run derby, and I just thought, you know what? Why not just, we got the time. I'm here. Let's give you 2 segments. I'm Nevada Cullen. Vince in our 860 AM The Answer Studios. Great job on the first half of that audio recap. Vince, Ballers win 12-10 in 9. Line score tonight, 12 runs on 14 hits, no errors for Oakland. 10 runs on 16 hits, 1 error for Rocky Mountain. Sully gets the win. He improves to 1-1. That's only his second professional win, as Hunter Bryan gets the loss, unfortunately injured in the game. 2-4 now is the closer for Rocky Mountain. Game started at 6:50 p.m. Local time, 5:50 pack time because of weather. Finished at 10:19 local, 9:19 pack time. Total time of just a minute under 3 hours and 30 minutes on this Saturday, August 16th. 2,862 fans in attendance and a 75-degree day at first pitch with a slight drizzle at first pitch. As, by the way, the home run derby is starting for Oakland. Tremaine Cobb Jr. will start it for the Ballers. This is a post-game home run derby. This feels quite pointless, but it's underway. I'll update you not on a swing-by-swing basis for Trey, but I'll just let you know what he finishes with after this round as we talk about the game itself, which the Ballers, look, this is a gritty team. This is a playoff team as they won the first half title, but tonight proved their mettle because they trailed after 2, 4-0 because of a 4 spot. Noah Milliken gave up 6 hits in the second. But credit to Noah Milliken as Trey Cobb hits one deep, but not a home run. I don't even think he's hit one yet in this home run derby. Credit to Noah Milliken because he gave up 6 hits in the second, and that was all except for 1 in the third. He gave up just 7 hits total on the night. 5 innings for Milliken and 4 earned runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. And he gave up all those runs in the second. He honestly could have been eligible for the win in this game and was eligible for the win, but more on that in a moment because the Ballers tie the game in the top of the 4th inning. A single by Lou Helmick, then a 2-run home run from Nick Leahy to right field cuts the Rocky Mountain lead in half. Michael O'Hara and Tyler Lozano both dump in singles, and then Davis Druick walks before Tremaine Cobb Jr. strikes out looking, and then Isai Santos against a new pitcher hits a 2-run double that nearly cleared the bases. It was so funny. Lozano was being chased by Druick. Lozano was safe, but Druick was tagged out at home as Cobb, I think he just hit a home run to left field. Nice. Good job, Trey. I think that's 1 home run for Trey in this home run derby. That's not a lot, but I don't think he really cares after the Ballers win this game 12-10. Okay, where were we? We were in the top of the 4th inning. Santos ties the game with a 2-run double. Ballers then tie it, or take the lead, I should say, in the top of the 6th with an RBI double by Tyler Lozano. At the time, it was his 3rd hit of the game. A first pitch RBI double pulled into left. The Ballers then got another run on an RBI double by Tremaine Cobb Jr. to score Lozano. 6-4 Ballers led in the 6th. RBI double by Cobb. He would then score on a wild pitch from second, and the Ballers would take a 7-4 lead. But in the bottom of the 6th, Noah Milliken, at the time, we're thinking, okay, maybe he's going to be the winning pitcher, but Bogo just didn't have it tonight. Single, double, hit by pitch, RBI single by Carter Booth, and the Vibes get one right there in the bottom of the 6th. Then they get a 2-run single by Sam Linscott. That was to take the lead. It was 8-7 at the time with that Linscott 2-run single. And so we go to the 7th. The Ballers need to tie it. And how do they tie it in the top of the 7th? Well, not without a little bit of controversy, as Tatum draws the walk, O'Hara singles, Lozano walks, bases loaded, Harris comes up, pinch hits, strikes out swinging, but also reaches on the play because it was a drop 3rd strike. And so the Ballers are able to tie it with that drop 3rd strike that everyone thought was a foul ball. But Les Lancaster, despite his best efforts at arguing, could not get that call overturned. And so the Ballers tie it at 8 in the top of the 7th. By the way, I think this is Austin Chenard hitting absolute nukes for the Vibes. I think he's already beaten Tremaine Cobb Jr.'s homer total less than halfway through his round. So good for the Vibes to help the sting of defeat in this game because the Ballers in the 9th. Okay, 8-8 game, right? How are the Ballers going to manage to even get one run against Hunter Bryan? Well, they got it right away. Dylan Tatum, second pitch of the inning, smacks a homer to left field. 107 off the bat, 422 feet to left. Ballers lead 9-8. Tatum's second ninth inning go-ahead homer of the season. As it looks like Tommy Ventimiglia is going to get to hit in this home run derby. That's going to be awesome for the Ballers, the pitcher for Oakland. But anyways, Tatum gives the Ballers the lead in the top of the ninth. Leahy walks. O'Hara doubles the other way. Tyler Lozano, two-run triple to left center field, very deep. His second triple of the season here. His third in his career here at Block Tickets Park in Colorado Springs. Blows the game a little bit further open, and it proved crucial because in the ninth, Rocky Mountain would come back. Ballers would get another run, though, that also proved crucial. A sac fly by Darryl Buggs, the second, to make it 12-8 in the top of the ninth. Bottom of the ninth, 3 hits in the inning for the Vibes against Connor Sullivan, including a 2-run single by Ty Dooley to make it a 2-run game. Tying run at the plate, Sam Linscott flies one to left center field. Looks like it's going to fall for a hit, and then Darryl Buggs, the second, dives headfirst into the gap in left center to win the game for Oakland. And I'm going to try to get that on Sports Center because that was just what a moment for that catch for Darryl Buggs II, who the Ballers coaching staff said, I overheard them on the bus on the way here to Colorado Springs, that Darryl Buggs would probably start 5 of the 6 games in center in this series because of his added ability defensively, and he showed out with that play, robbing Linscott of a hit to win the game for Oakland. The Vibes fall to 14-15 in the second half. The Ballers improved to 22-7 and have won 59 games for the first time as a franchise in a season. They're now 59-18, a franchise record in wins for Oakland tonight. Post-game show wraps when you return with scores from around the league and around the Major League Baseball after the 12-10 win for the Ballers over the Vibes here in Colorado Springs on 860 AM The Answer. I'm Nevada Cullen. That's Vince in the Bay. Find him on TikTok. Great job on that audio recap, Vince. As always, what a game there in Colorado Springs. 12-10. The Ballers win. Your heroes, Dylan Tatum, Tyler Lozano, Daryl Buggs, just to name a few. Ballers improved to 59-18 on the season. That's a new record for wins in the Pioneer League for this Ballers franchise after getting 58 last year. Already 59 this year with still 3 weeks and change to go. And by change, I mean tomorrow's game. Time for some scores from around Pioneer League baseball tonight. We already heard Missoula swept Colorado Springs. Good job, Sky Sox. Way to help out the Ballers. Not. The Ballers win 12-10 here in Colorado Springs. 14-8, the Ogden Raptors over the Grand Junction Jackalopes. Glacier beat Billings 3-1. Idaho Falls outlast Great Falls 6-4. Actually had a go-ahead two-run single in the 8th, did the Chuckers, from Mr. Baumgart, Stephen Baumgart maybe? In the bottom of the 7th, Yuba Sutter leading Boise 15-2. Yikes. Scores from around Major League Baseball. Let's see what we got. Finals, 6-0 Dodgers over the Padres. 2-1 Rays over the Giants. Rockies beat the Diamondbacks 10-7. 12-8, the Yankees beat the Cardinals. 8-5, Tigers beat the Twins. Royals best the White Sox 6-2. Braves go on the road, and I think almost, they could. There's probably one more game. They could probably 4-game sweep, mop the Guardians. They won 10-1 tonight. Look at you, Mark Kahn. Orioles losing 12 to the Astros. Yay. The Brew Crew wins another 14 in a row, 6-5 win, outlasting the Reds in the 11th. 3 runs in the 11th for the Brew Crew, 2 for the Reds in the 11th. Red Sox 7, Marlins 5 in Boston today. Mets 3, Mariners 1 in Queens. Nats 2, Phillies nothing in D.C. 14-2, Blue Jays pound the Rangers in Toronto. Cubs beat the Pirates 3-1. And still going, A's lead the Angels 6-1. Those are your scores from around the league, both leagues. As that'll do it for today's broadcast here from Colorado Springs. Our final score, Ballers 12, Vibes 10, a final in 9 innings. Big thanks to those who helped make the broadcast possible, including Ballers co-founders Paul Friedman and Brian Carmel, Ballers assistant general manager Tyler Peterson, Brendan Colthurst. Let's go Isabella Haberman today, Mark Kahn, Casey Pratt, and, of course, Vince back in our 860 AM The Answer studios. Also, big thanks to you, the listener, and we'll have more baseball coming up. Our coverage, get ready for this, of Sunday's Game 6 of the 6-game series will start at 11 pack time on 860 AM The Answer, 11 a.m. So you'll have a little brunch with the Ballers tomorrow, won't you? It'll be on 860 AM The Answer and on YouTube. We hope that you can join us. Again, our final score, Ballers 10, Ballers 12. This game was so crazy, I can't even get things right. Let's try that again. Again, your final score, Ballers 12, Vibes 10. The Ballers take this 3-2 series lead with a fantastic comeback against the Vibes. I'm Nevada Cullen saying so long. Thanks for listening to Oakland Baseball on 860 AM The Answer. That's all I had. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.